All right, we are live. Just going to give everyone a few seconds to roll in here. Those of you who are in here, give me a thumbs up if the audio is good. This is first time, new microphone I've been using for videos, using it for a live. So if it's too hot, just let me know. If it's too quiet, also let me know. But it's good to see everyone. Let me know what your initial thoughts of SHOT Show 2026 were as we let people kind of trickle in. I don't think it was as bad as people were saying. I think there was some cool stuff. Yeah, I don't think there was anything groundbreaking, but thought there was definitely some stuff worth seeing. Appreciate it. Audio's good. Awesome. Kenji, I salute you on the in the future when you're watching this. Dan the Wolfman, Brett, have me on. I was supposed to go on HR Funk live stream to talk SHOT, but he had to cancel. One of these days, we'll do one. I just got an RCD Core 4.6 as my first 2011. Right on. Have you shot it much? Is it any good? Let me know what you think. All right. Looks like on my end, I can see 36 people in here. So we'll give it another couple of minutes. They didn't bring back Russian Segas or Saigas for $2.99, so it was a letdown, right? Man, those were the days. I remember when I was 18, I got a Wasser for like $3.20 out the door, and then bought a case of 7.62 for like 1,000 rounds for like, I don't know, $110 or something. I don't even remember, but those were the days. Are you planning to get the HoloSun 507 Pro Max? I'll probably get one. Yeah. HoloSun is one of those companies that kind of flipped, and they value honest feedback and honest reviews. So they'll probably just send me one, and then I'll see if I can break it. The cool thing about the Pro Max is it looks like there's no longer that little bit of a bulb of the lens going past the housing, which was the weakness of the 507 comp if you wanted to use it for anything serious. The main limiting thing on the Pro Max is just it is the most ridiculous size for a red dot I've ever seen. It is just competition, maybe home defense if you're insane, if you're a madman. But if you're trying to carry that thing, I conceal the 507 comp just fine. I might struggle with the Pro Max. Comes in Monday. It's the first batch. Oh, they're coming in already. Oh, the RCD. Yeah, let me know how you like it. I'm curious because I've not shot one. Thoughts on PSA mixtape for my first 300 blackout? Digging it so far. I mean, PSA anything, you kind of know what you're getting. At the very least, they'll take care of you, albeit slowly if things don't work. But the PSA mixtape certainly looks cool. Do you plan on reviewing the Kimber Warrior? I will definitely be reviewing the Kimber Warrior. I know I'll be getting the 6-inch 10mm for sure. I think I'm also going to get the 9mm 5-inch. So I should be the 6-inch 10mm for sure, because that's the one that definitely got my attention. But yeah, really hoping that I get the 9mm too, because I know a lot of people are going to want to see the 9mm and know how it performs. In fact, more so like you have the 6-inch 10mm that like take away the Kimber name, take away Kimber Warrior, take away the price point. Just a 6-inch double stack 10mm on its own, 2011 is awesome. So like that alone would make it for a great video, but everyone is going to be looking at the 9mm for $1,000 or just under. Double stack 2011 American made lifetime warranty, and that's the one. Two different groups of people are going to want to see those two videos. So, but yes, I will definitely at the very least get one. Why did no one ask SIG when the P211 is going to have a Legion variant? Because nobody cares. Everybody's over SIG. It's having a SIG is no longer cool. How's it going, Ironhead? It's going well. I'm getting over the SHOT Show ick. Unfortunately, I ended up I got AIDS. I got the SHOT Show AIDS. It hit me like a couple of days after I got back. So today's the first day I've really been feeling better, which is why I'm doing the live today. Yeah, definitely still took some cold and flu medicine to get me through this live. The live's not going to be as long as usual, guys. Normally I go for like 5 hours. This is probably going to be about 90 minutes, but we'll get through as much as we can in 90 minutes. We have from Steven. I missed your last live, but thank you for taking time to answer our questions, especially on payday. Hey, I do my best. You guys are always here engaging with the videos, watching the videos, enjoying the content. This is a community. This is not my channel. It's our channel. So I appreciate your support and definitely appreciate the $10 super chat to go into the channel. Luckily, my SHOT Show videos did really well this year. They normally do well. This year was kind of an all-time record as far as both videos go. So the ad revenue from those videos alone just paid for the entire trip. So I broke even on this trip, which is awesome. But $10, much appreciated. I've now profited $10 from SHOT Show, but really appreciate the support. It definitely, goes towards ammo and calibers that aren't 9mm, because I get 9mm ammo for free, but like that 10mm 6-inch video coming up, gonna have to pick up some 10mm on my own. That $10 is gonna help a bunch. Thank you, my friend. Really glad you've been enjoying the channel. The RCD Core is a new release they announced at SHOT Show. All Atlas internals, full DLC coding, machine fit, basic serrations, a simpler remix of their aluminum grip module, 3-pound trigger, $3K price. I did see it at SHOT, yeah. But like I said, I'm interested to hear an actual end user, someone who actually buys one, what they think of it shooting it. Always the SHOT Show aids. Yeah, almost dodged it last year. Last year, my wife was with me. She got it and then gave it to me when we got home. So I almost dodged it last year. This year, I was not so lucky. Since she wasn't with me this year, there was no one to kind of hold me back from completely exhausting myself. So I just went, full bore for the full 4 days. So no breaks, barely any eating, only dinner, barely any sleep. So I got run down, immune system dropped, and I got the AIDS. From Nick, hey, what's up, man? Good to see you here. I've warned you about hugging Hop at SHOT Show. That's a surefire way to get the AIDS. Yeah, you did warn me. I should have listened. Unfortunately, you know me, I'm a big hugger. I have to hug everybody that I see. So it's just a reflex. I'm in fact not a hugger. If you try to hug me, I will be polite, but let's fist bump it or just nod at each other. Let's see here. But thanks for the super chat, Nick. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate the support, my friend. You've been a huge asset to the channel just as far as feedback goes and general support and just keeping morale up. So definitely appreciate you. Element, loving my SIG P211 GTO. Curious if a trigger mod would put it over the edge. It not being a SIG is what would put it over the edge, probably. A bit of an old gun, but are going to check out the Fusion XP Pro comp. I have one. It's sitting right there. It is the next review I'm doing. So I have a Sight Mark enclosed emitter optic on it. So we're going to see how Sight Mark holds up. But that is definitely the next one, the next review. I've had it for a while. Just I got so backlogged with stuff. I had the craziest. Well, I mean, honestly, last year was just awful as far as health stuff goes for both me and my wife. It was a disaster. I had long COVID sick stuff going on with my gut, and then my wife had foot surgery and developed CRPS from it. So last year was a disaster. Didn't get as much done on the channel as I wanted to because we were honestly just trying to survive. But I seem to be back to 100%. I seem to be completely cured. It seems that right the day before I left for Vegas was when I went from 90% better to 100% better. So I'm feeling good. This is going to be a great year for the channel. Really excited for everything that is coming. Super excited to review the Fusion XP Pro comp because the Fusion, it seems that they listened to all the feedback that myself and others were giving them. And even more so on the subcompact that's coming out. I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to see if it runs with the 3-inch barrel. Danforth Designs, what's up? Glad to see you here, my friend. I wasn't there, but it looked very boring. I'm tired of the single action hammer fired craze. They're awesome for comp, but I think they're not that safe for a CCW. Well, that's what I carry. I carry a 2011, but yeah, I know you make the, holstering device, AKA striker control device for the CZP-10, Hellcat, that kind of stuff. That is always good for concealed carry. So if anyone here is carrying a Hellcat or a CZP-10C, and you're carrying an appendix, or honestly just inside the waistband at all, definitely look at Danforth Designs because he makes the striker control device so you don't accidentally pop yourself ever if you get a little lax. But yeah, I would imagine for someone who's not interested in hammer-fired stuff, it was probably boring, but the industry really is shifting in that direction. Tell us, Brett. I will. I'll tell you all about it. Yo, Brad, how's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. Any bull at SHOT Show? Yeah. The TAC comp is coming out end of Q1. Should be. That's what I was told. I was told Q1, they held it for the link trigger system, which if you missed the videos, the link trigger system is a new system where you have one torque screw in the trigger shoe. You just back that out. You can swap in any like trigger shoe cap that you want. So short flat, short curve, medium flat, medium curved, long flat. They have a wide trigger shoe. They have a precision trigger shoe. And it's just an instant swap. Just dab a little tiny dot of blue Loctite, torque it to spec, and you're good to go. That part of the gun doesn't receive a lot of shock, so the screw probably isn't going to back out anyways. But it's a really cool system. But the TAC comp, they held it for the link trigger system. They didn't want people to get the TAC comp and be like, what? You announced this link trigger system. I feel ripped off. So they did the right thing. They held it. It's coming with the link trigger system, and it's going to be even better. So super stoked for that. They also have a new open gun. I think it's an open gun. Oh God, what is it? Fireball. Is that what it's called? It looked really neat. They have competition gas pedals now, frame mounted gas pedals, one of which is a frame mounted gas pedal with frame mounted optic mount with the BAO system. Oh, and then of course they have a single stack 9mm with a ported option coming out. Bull's booth honestly crushed it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. They had so much stuff, but really cool booth. Really excited for the Bull stuff. Finally got my Blaze. Hey, congratulations. You're in a very elite group of people that managed to have a Bull Blaze. So congratulations on that. Love it. Now I need to get my hands on an Ultralight Pro. My advice for getting an Ultralight Pro is get one as soon as possible, as soon as it goes back in stock. That's my advice to you. Can't wait. Awesome. Sightmark, you mean the new EOTech? Pretty much. Vegas energized you. Those can do wild things. Yes, I'm a crazy party animal. I definitely wasn't in my room playing Rainbow Six Vegas on my Steam Deck. Your thoughts on the steel frame M&P competitor? You still think it needs a trigger and barrel to make it worth it? That's kind of the case. Well, first of all, I won't know until I actually shoot it and bench it, but I'm assuming an Apex barrel and an Apex trigger will be a huge boon. The trigger on the M&P 2.0s is good. I describe it as it's a good trigger. You don't need to change it. You're fine running it. The Apex trigger is just better. It is what it is. And those M&Ps, from what I've seen, from all the testing that I've done, they're just not very accurate barrels. I mean, we're talking an Apex barrel can shoot essentially one whole group at 25 yards. A standard M&P barrel, I don't know, like a 5-inch, 6-inch group at 25 yards benched is as bad as I've seen it. So yeah, probably would benefit from an Apex barrel and trigger if you're going to take it very seriously. The steel frame is awesome. It boggles my mind why they refuse to texture the grip higher up though. I don't understand it. There's no reason to not texture it. So that's an irritation for me. So a little sticky bit of grip tape on the upper part of the grip, probably. Hey dude, is that SWAT Springfield looking for a home yet? Nah, man, I'm hanging on to that. That was, that's a darn cool one. I'm not parting with that one. Thoughts on the Smith & Wesson Night Guards? Yeah. So that's one of the guns I'm definitely going to be getting from SHOT Show. I'm on the list at my local shop for a Night Guard, the CZ75 Legend, just because I want the Gunsmith Cats gun, and it's impossible to find an original CZ75 with a short rail. Impossible to find it. When you do find it, find one in good condition, it is astronomically expensive. I think that the CZ75 Legends price is ridiculous. I understand that they have to tool up to machine the short rail, but still they're gouging prices. It's you're paying the nostalgia tax for sure, whether you're a fan of the original CZ75 or you're an absolute weeb. And oh, what else? Oh, the Mossberg 590 RM Chisel short barrel shotgun. I'm on the list for that too, because that thing has got me so excited. Other than that, I'm going to see if I can get a few of those companies to send me stuff for review. Those are ones that I personally want for myself. As far as actual channel content goes, there's 127 of you here. Everybody needs to go to Chiappa's Instagram page right now and comment that you want to see the Chiappa 44 mag Rhino on the Nightwood Guns channel for a review. 133 of you here now. So 133 people, go over to Chiappa's Instagram and bombard them with wanting to see the 44 mag on Nightwood Guns channel, because the guys at SHOT, there are a lot of companies that are just kind of not too excited to have content made about their guns and to spread the word. And Chiappa was one of them. They were like, we'll take your card. We'll put you on a list. If we want any content made, we'll go through the list and pick some people. So whenever I hear that, the likelihood of getting something is pretty slim. And I'm not sure I want it for myself, because I mean, I don't know how practical it would be. I want to shoot one before I commit to getting one. And I definitely want to shoot one and review it for you guys before you guys get one. So let Chiappa know that you want to see one reviewed by Nightwood Guns so that we can get a review of that Chiappa 44 mag. Because holy crap, it looks like Vash's gun from Trigun. So yeah, the Night Guards, just to answer your question, they seem great. It's awesome they're bringing it back. And we'll just see how quality control holds up. I think we already know it's a coin flip. What is your take on pocket carry? Been thinking about the Bodyguard 2.0, just a little finicky about 380. Pocket carry is not ideal, but it's fine. It's better than other forms of carry. It's better than off-body carry, I think. So I always recommend using a pocket holster if you can. The only guns I'm really okay with putting in a pocket with no pocket holster, you still should, but I'm okay not doing it, is going to be like a Ruger LCP or a J-frame. Something that is double action only with a heavy ass trigger. So that's when you get to something like the Bodyguard 2.0 that's striker fired, I'm going to want a pocket holster for that. And now personally, since I am not a big dude, I don't even think I could fit a Bodyguard 2.0 in my pockets because I wear jeans. Like if I was wearing cargo pants or something, cargo shorts, then for sure. But in that case, I'd probably just pocket carry something bigger anyways. So yeah, pocket carry is fine. Just do your research on pocket carry holsters and practice, dry fire practice like you wouldn't believe. And also realize you're losing a pocket. We have a super chat here from Jose Leon. No question yet, just some love for one of my favorite gun tubers with $100 super chat. Jose, thank you so much, man. That this year has really been, I mean, I realize it's only January, but it's been a pivotal year for the channel, especially being at SHOT Show. So many people stopped me to take pictures or to chat. They recognized me, told me that they really appreciated the content, which was really humbling. Like, they're like, I'm so honored to meet you. I'm like, no, I'm honored to meet you. Like, I'm honored to take pictures with you guys. This is awesome. Like, you guys are the important part of this channel. I'm just kind of a vessel of information. You guys are the life force and the blood cells of the channel. So a super chat like this is humbling, man. So thank you. I really feel like, we're doing something with the channel this year. And especially speaking to companies, the industry is shifting away from sending it to shills to sending it to actual honest reviewers, because I think these companies are realizing that people will see one of the big dogs post about their gun, gets huge viewership, brand recognition, market exposure, all that stuff. They're getting the recognition. They're spreading the word that it exists. But people know now, even normies know, it's like that it's essentially an advertisement. And the next thing they do is they will type in name of gun review or name of gun honest review. And they'll look for actual, honest reviews that have negatives, that have constructive criticism and feedback, that give warnings about things that could go wrong. And companies are recognizing this. And I do give a lot of credit to companies like Kimber, like Bull Armory, like Fusion, that are willing, Hollow Sun, that are willing to go the extra mile to do that. Radian is another one. I feel bad to leave anyone out, but like I said, the industry is shifting. There's a lot of them now. So it's a good change. Really feel like we're accomplishing something on this channel, and your support is greatly appreciated. That $100 is going to go to some really awesome stuff coming up on the channel. So thank you for the support. Any question that you have, let me know. I'm happy to answer it. Feel free to DM me on Instagram too, if you want to chat about anything. Like I said, your support is humbling. Really appreciate it. That is all. I'm going to try not to get emotional about the show of support. Danforth Designs or Glocks. Okay. Thanks for the shout out. I do think that they're nice guns, and I'm sure if you can train enough with your safety, single action, it can be safe. They just freak me out personally. And that's the thing is I've been running single action. I've been running 1911s since I was 13 when I started shooting 1911s. So that's kind of been my muscle memory. So I don't even think about it. Glad you're doing better. Thanks. Appreciate it. Definitely relief. And of course, right when I started feeling better with the horrible crap I was dealing with last year, SHOT Show AIDS attacks. Have you seen the SDS modern take on the Browning high power? Pretty sick. Yeah, I did see it. It didn't really impress me. It feels like typical SDS import stuff. That's not to say that it's bad. It's just, you kind of know what you're getting. It's the way I always sum up SDS import stuff is like the serrations. It's like, you have these vertical, square, not really good finish serrations. And that just kind of, that level of detail applies to the rest of the gun too. Chances are you'll get a good one that'll run. Everything is forged. They only had one problem with heat treat where the front was falling off of 1911s. So it seems that they're improving. So many guns are made in Turkey now that are impressive. Like, the Century Arms HK copy stuff. They're made in Turkey and they're made extremely well. So the Turkish stuff is getting good. It's just the fit and finish that can vary. But yeah, it didn't really impress me. I thought it was okay. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't use it for anything serious, so it didn't really get me excited. But it's neat that someone's moving in that direction. The Springfield Armory high power that's going to become in that polished blue, that kind of got my attention more because that's like an iconic high power to me, is that polished blue. I got the EMP because of your review. It's awesome. The EMP. Okay, well, I'm glad that you got it and enjoyed it. EMP, because there's a Springfield EMP that's like a tiny 1911. Maybe you're talking about something else. I don't know. Did you try the new Shadow System Striker? They claim it's great, and they're right. It is great. It's essentially, and I got like one person corrected me. Actually, according to my calculations, it is not a Glock. And he's right. It's not. They literally designed it from the ground up, but the thing looks like a Glock. It feels like a Glock. Acts like a Glock. It's a really nice Glock is essentially what it is. They redesigned it from the ground up. There are so many minute attentions to detail. I really like the grip panels that, you can put like a textured palm swell in it to get some leverage with your support hand. That's cool. They had two there. They had one with the trigger that's going to come in it, and one with a trigger that was tuned up. The one with the trigger that was tuned up, I would put up against an M&P Apex trigger with the lightest springs. It was impressive. Extremely short reset, very short travel. That one was awesome. They were really, really excited about it. It's hilarious because one of the dudes who built it, designed it, was super, super high energy. And I was like, wow, this guy must have like just got here. This is his first time telling someone about it. Then I talked to my friends and they were like, we talked to him 3 hours ago and he was also that high energy. And then I see Ben Steger's video, talked to him the day after. Dude is still like super stoked about it, which that's awesome to see someone passionate. Basically, they were greenlit to make their dream gun and they made it, became a reality. It's really good. I didn't get to shoot it though. So on paper and in hand and in, from what they told me, really impressive design that's probably going to shoot really well. And like by the time you start slapping stuff on a Glock and you add in the metal frame, the price probably adds up. It's probably pretty close to a fair price. I just don't know how it's going to shoot compared to a normal Glock with, say, a Johnny Glock's trigger. So I won't know until I shoot it. I gave them my card. They wanted to send me one for honest feedback, review, all that kind of stuff. They're confident in their product. They'll send it. So we will see. But on paper and what they told me, it seemed pretty neat. Any top secret stuff you can't talk that you want to tell us about? Actually, yes. Probably like 8 things. And again, that's kind of a cool thing about where the channel is at now is, they kind of clue me in on stuff like that. At least the companies that have worked with me and trust me, they clue me into that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm going to tell you this, the stuff that's coming up makes everything at SHOT look like garbage. Like there's some really cool stuff coming up from some of my favorite companies that I'm super stoked about, including what is likely going to be my next carry gun and probably another one that's going to be my next pocket gun. It's some really cool stuff. I am super excited for the concealed carry world. Because this year there wasn't a lot of concealed carry stuff. You know, it was like, you know, cans, ARs, like duty pistols, that kind of stuff. I guess on the revolver end of things, there was some concealed carry stuff, but there is concealed carry stuff in the works, and that's my niche. That's what I get really excited about. Cannot wait for the stuff. Have you shot the TAC comp compared to the Blaze? I have not. Stay tuned, because as soon as the TAC comp is available to influencers, I don't like to think that I'm an influencer. I like to think that I test guns and review them and tell you whether or not they're worth it. But I guess that has influence, but I'm not like, yo, I got this. Hey guys, like and subscribe. Come and get this latest hotness. Everyone, you know, consumerism. Give these companies all your money. Yeah, I have not shot the TAC comp yet, but I will be getting one as soon as anyone else in this space will be getting one. And I'm literally going to go to the range for 4 hours, slam out 1,000 rounds, probably go a second day so I can sleep on it, shoot it again for a 1,500 round review in 2 days. And I'm going to get that sucker out ASAP, because it has been my number one most anticipated gun for 1 whole year now. I'm really excited. What's up, man? How's it going? Did you hear what happened with the World of Concrete guys? I don't think so. I'm pretty out of tune with any kind of drama or like news like that. I don't know. Fill me in on what happened with the World of Concrete guys. I'm still waiting on Bolt Axe C or Gen 2 versions. Did they say when they're coming out? They didn't talk a lot about that this show. So I would assume still in the works. Stay tuned. I'm just going to do a little scroll down, see if anyone. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't an emergency happening, like, because, you know, I move through the comments as fast as I can. Thinking of changing platforms from EDC to full-size competition, Walther, Smith & Wesson, or Glock? So no matter what I say, it's going to make people here mad. That's just a fact. So you asked for my opinion. My opinion is you've narrowed it down to 3 of the best. I would add CZ in there for the CZ P10C. Springfield Echelon, also good. However, between those 3, what I will tell you is that the Walther is a little on the bulky side for EDC. Not saying people don't carry Walthers like PDPs for EDC. They do. They absolutely do, and they love them. Just know that if you're someone who's sensitive to carrying a bulkier gun, that's going to be a factor. Also, a little on the snappier side, pro and con to that. The pro is that the return to zero is very aggressive, which means you can shoot the thing fast. If con, you can ride the lightning of having a little bit more of a punchier recoil impulse. Personally, I like a softer, flatter recoil impulse, and just the way I grip the gun, I kind of return stuff to zero aggressively anyways. Just a personal preference thing. So I would say Smith & Wesson or Glock, hold both, see which one you like best, because you can't go wrong either way. The Glock is the boring option that people will tease you over. The Smith & Wesson is kind of the more hipster option that you'll be cooler for having. Just know that with the Glock, you're getting a really accurate barrel out of the box and kind of an okay trigger. With the Smith & Wesson, you're getting a better than okay trigger, and I'm not going to say an inaccurate barrel, but a less accurate barrel. So every Smith & Wesson M&P that I get that I plan on using for serious, you know, use, whatever that means, right? Not just for a plinker, gets an apex barrel and an apex trigger. So you can calculate those costs into it. And keep in mind, Glocks, if you want to upgrade the trigger there, yeah, you can upgrade the connector pretty cheaply, and that will make a difference. But if you want to get it kind of up to where you can get a Smith & Wesson trigger, you're looking at Johnny Glocks, which is bigger money. And then if you get a Glock, you're not going to be able to help yourself. You're going to end up getting a Radian Ramjet Afterburner. And then when you get that, you're going to want to get a DPM system. And then you are really in the hole. So that's why, short version, pick up a Smith & Wesson, pick up a Glock, hold them, point them, dry fire them, pick whichever one excites you the most. Just the plates that come with both are kind of crappy too. So if you're going to put an optic on there, just be aware. Ben Steger is now a full M&P bro. Like, honestly, I don't see how someone couldn't be. The M&Ps are super good, especially you toss an Apex barrel and trigger into it. It's hard to beat. Any thought on Harrington Arms comps for Glock RXM? Yeah, Harrington Arms makes good comps. Until the Radian Ramjet Afterburner, they had my favorite Glock 43X comp. and I would still put it up against the Radian Ramjet Afterburner. I prefer the Radian because it's ease of disassembly. That's what sets it apart. And I think it looks cooler. But yeah, Harrington Arms comps are good. They're definitely good. If you're excited about it, if you were like, I want to get one, but I'm going to wait to hear from Brett to see if I should, I would say if you're excited about it, get it. They're good stuff. How were the chicks at the Bunny Ranch? Just kidding. Thinking about getting the updated Lipsy Smith & Wesson snub in 32. Should I? It's a good question. I'm currently reviewing one. I got all the footage before SHOT Show, and then, SHOT happens. I also had my sister-in-law's wedding literally right before SHOT in Orlando, and then had to fly from Orlando to Vegas. I got completely run down because she wanted like this big Instagram wedding. She literally dipped into her savings and spent all of her money to have like $100,000 Instagram 4-day long drawn out wedding that was just super cringe. But that's the reason that review is not out yet. Everyone wants the Fusion comp video, so I'm going to do that one first, and then probably the J-frame video, and then I have a Glock video coming up after that. I got the Gen 6 Glock. I also need to cover the Koa because I haven't covered that yet. Really got behind. Anyways, should you get the 32? Here's my preview to my review. I did all of the checks at the shop. I made a whole video on what to check on revolvers to make sure it's good to go. I did all the checks. It passed all the checks. I was shocked. I'm like, here we go. This is my first Smith. I had 5 in a row that had poor quality control that needed to be fixed. Here is the one that breaks the cycle. I get it out to the range. It was going fine until it started light striking. And it was light striking on Black Hills ammo, which doesn't have particularly hard primers. It's not like I'm shooting S&B or something. And then I put some Federal in there, and it was light striking less frequently, but it was still happening. So I had to take it to Nelson Ford at the Gunsmith Inc. and have him run through it. And now the thing runs great and I love it. But I had to take it to Nelson to tune it up before I would trust it for carry. Now I love it. The 32 H&R mag is awesome. I'm trying to get my hands on the Federal HydroShock Deeps because that is just by far and away the best 32 H&R Magnum ammo. So I kind of have okay ammo right now. I'm on the wait list on every website for the Deeps, baby. But I got the one with the titanium cylinder, and it's awesome. Makes for a great ankle gun. So to answer your question, should you? Just know that it's probably going to light strike, and you're probably going to have to get it fixed. And Smith & Wesson probably won't be able to fix it. So you'll probably have to send it to Nelson. If you're going to do that, you should do it soon because he's getting ready to move and semi-retire. So do with that information what you will. Do you think Smith & Wesson will do the Bodyguard 2.0? What SIG did with the P365 and just roll out new models with minor improvements? I want a Bodyguard 2.0 that's optic ready, imported by Monsoon. Yes, they're definitely going to do that. That's what everybody does now. It's how they get your money. They sell the most basic, bare bones, straight edge version that's boring. And then you're like, oh man, I wish they would comp this. I wish they would do that. And then they just eventually start rolling those out. So you buy the first one and then they release a new better ones. Then you buy that one. Then they release a new better one. You buy that one. So I would just say, get the Bodyguard 2.0, send it to Monsoon and just be done with it. Cause he's doing the stuff that they're going to be slowly rolling out. 2011s are the new Gucci Glock. 2011s are just they're a whole new beast. They may have taken over that slot, but yeah, it's pretty crazy to see it take off. Same here. Want Rally's gun for my collection. Same. 14 hundo for a CZ75. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm going to do that, but I have to. Tell Nelson Ford I said hello. That guy's cool, man. I will. And chances are he will say, I don't know who that is, but tell him I say hello back, because that's what he always says whenever I tell him hello for someone. What is your opinion on the M&P Shield Plus 40 caliber? It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. A little punchier in recoil than 9mm, but 40 cal's people say 40 cal's a bad round. It's not. It's a good round. It's just people make compelling arguments for why you should choose 9mm over 40 using specific loads in 9mm, like, HSTs. So legend. What, Nelson Ford is a legend? Of course he is. Do you have a favorite 32 H&R mag ammo? Just got the Smith UC. Get on the list for the Federal HydroShock Deeps. That is the best performing 32 H&R mag ammo. I haven't been able to find it anywhere. I don't even know if they've really officially released it yet. It's like they did one batch and then they never did one again. So I'm on the list. You should get on the list too. Monsoon Tactical saying, what's up, Nightwood? What is up, Monsoon? Monsoon is working on a Glock 20 MOS for me. He's working one up. So definitely look forward to that. Going to have a ported monster of a 10 millimeter on the channel here pretty soon. And it is going to be so awesome. It's one of those things where once Monsoon works up a gun for you, it makes factory guns just seem like trash. Snake Doc, $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Another I'll have to watch later. Happy Q&Aing. Glad you stopped by, Snake Doc. Always good to see you around here, and definitely appreciate the super chat. Thanks, my friend. And this is me saying hello to you in the future when you watch this back. Let's see here. Boop. Thoughts on the new Radiant Ramjet compilation with Canic? It's awesome. It takes away. Ooh, I'd have to watch my review again. It's been a while since I reviewed the Prime, but I think it takes away the only real like negative that I had, which is the ports really didn't do much. They just made the gun louder and reduced muzzle rise by like a negligible amount. Like, yeah, you shoot them side by side. You're like, maybe the Prime shoots a little better. The Radiant Ramjet compilation, it's like 1,000% better. It turns that Canic MC9 Prime into a slimline monster. I still think the Prime grip is really long, just like the X Macro. So grip length is kind of one of the hardest things to conceal. But if you're someone who can conceal a longer grip and you want that thin gun for comfort, that is going to be an awesome option. That's interesting because I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I might just have to get one myself. I don't know if I can find one. I don't know if anyone's going to send me that because I love the guys at Radian. They love me. We have a good relationship. They love the honest feedback. Canic, on the other hand, I don't think they like me because of my video on the first MC9, which is funny because that's, in my mind, that's not how it should be. They should be like, oh my God, we're so sorry you had this experience. Not, why would you hurt our product like this? We don't like you. So I don't know where I lie with Canic. I don't know who I would get one from, Radian or Canic. We'll see. I'll reach out to my friends at Radian and we'll see what we can make happen. But I'm thinking that might be kind of a hard gun to get unless you pay the MSRP right when it comes out. So, because usually you have some like online dealers that will just charge top dollar for stuff when they first come out. So it just kind of sits. It's a lot of the like VP9A1s where they sat for a long time because people are charging MSRP for them. So we'll see how that goes. That being said, I put a few rounds through it at shot and it is awesome. If you wanted a Canic MC9 Prime, wait for this. It is, I always look for, does it move the needle of performance? This does. It turns the Canic Prime into a monster. I would argue that it shoots better than the X Macro with the Radiant Ramjet Afterburner on it. If not, it is really close. Beretta Jaguar looks pretty sweet. F9R, a competition 22. Oh, for a competition 22. Yeah, totally. Beretta Jaguar looks neat. Did anyone ever question Staccato on that price for the comp? Yes. I showed my face at the booth, and first of all, Honey Bear Tactical was there. Awesome dude. Love that guy. He was working the Staccato booth, so I got to chat with him for a while, and he's amazing. He's the one that showed me the metal Staccato HD grip that it just feels incredible. One of the best feeling metal grips for a 2011 style pistol I've ever felt. They knocked it out of the park. I'm sure it's probably going to be $1,000 and you send your gun in for the upgrade. It's like probably going to be $1,000 upgrade, which is crazy. But if you're a Staccato person, I don't know. But the price for the comp, their messaging was this: we are machining. It's one piece. It's a one piece barrel integral comp that costs us money to machine. That's their messaging. However, so it's going to cost like $1,000. However, when you look at the HD 4.5, they've also machined that one piece with the sight block, and it's not $1,000 more. So basically, it's the sight block, and they drilled 3 holes in it or machined 3 holes in it. It's like, it just doesn't math for me. The math doesn't add up. So yes, everyone is questioning the price. The only people who aren't are the people who maybe $1,000 is pocket change to them. I don't know. The thing is, can I afford it? Yeah, I could absolutely get one. I don't spend money stupidly. because you're not just spending $1,000. Think about how $1,000 would grow invested over the course of 30 years. You're spending more than $1,000 on that comp. I would rather keep what I have and invest $1,000. So I'm going to be getting more guns for the channel instead, likely, of the, unless everyone really desperately wants to see it, instead of the C4X. So I would, yeah, I'd rather invest $1,000 or get, 4 guns for the channel instead of 1. That's just how I feel. I hope the people who get it enjoy it. Mini 2011 and 380. Now that would be cool. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I will call you PP because I think that is adorable. So a mini 2011 and 380 would be awesome. I think the challenge would be getting the thing to run reliably and also kind of finding a market for it. But like a Colt Mustang double stack would be awesome. 100%. Thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Chris Riley, $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. If you are looking for a new EDC, go with the new G19 or wait it out for a possible Gen 6 43X 48. I mean, I always recommend a 19 over a 43X, even a 48. It just shoots better, flat out. If you can conceal a thicker gun, and that's not an issue for you, always go for the 19. The Gen 6 G19 I really like. I don't know if a 43X or a 48 Gen 6 is going to be top of their priority list. So I would just tell you to go G19. But thanks for the $10 super chat. If you have any follow-up questions about that, let me know. That's my recommendation. The 19 just shoots better than the slim lines. And I'm sorry, but also I am not sorry. That is just reality. Hollow Sun Josh was great linking up at SHOT. New products coming sooner than I thought. We'll have some fun stuff over to you within next few weeks. Appreciate it, Josh. That's awesome. And again, guys, this is what I'm talking about with Hollow Sun. They are one of those companies that is like, yep, where we want honest feedback. We want to improve. We want to see how our stuff holds up so that we can improve it. And I absolutely respect that. So look forward to seeing some Hollow Sun stuff on the channel. I know after seeing the stuff, the Ames Micro, I think is going to be so sick on those slimline guns. Because my one complaint, not that it was the end of the world, it's fine, but with the EPS and EPS carry is how short the window is. So obviously I prefer a taller window for dot tracking. Do I need it? No. Do I prefer it? Yes. The Ames Micro does that. You get a taller window and it's still slimline, so it's not going to print too much. And then the Pro Max obviously is absolutely insane. If I get that thing, it's probably going to go. I might put it on the TAC Comp when I get it. That would be cool. If not, I'm going to put it on the Blaze for sure. But yeah, Hollow Sun absolutely crushed it this year. They released so many new things. And it's cool that you guys are getting the stuff early. That's always preferred. That way you don't have everyone saying, where's the new stuff? Blah, blah, blah. Monsoon, let's do a live together soon. Absolutely, dude. That's something that now that I'm feeling better this year and I can actually like really hard commit to the channel, I want to start doing lives with my friends in the industry way more often because that's always so much fun to hang out with you guys. Okay, where were we on comments? We were right here. How did you feel about the P211s at SHOT Show? I felt like SIG was making them. Who's this Inagram you're referring to? Make a joke. Thoughts on Bursa as a company or in terms of pistol quality? I don't really hear about the company, good or bad. Their striker fired pistols from this year look kind of neat. Yeah, their 1911s last year looked kind of neat too. I don't know. They're not really motivated to get their guns out there. It's kind of weird. You don't really see anybody running them. It's because I don't think they really work with anybody. I reached out to them like 5 times last year, just never got a response. So I just don't really think they're too motivated to sell their stuff. It's like they don't care. Maybe they have no marketing budget. I don't know. But also I don't really see them for sale anywhere. It's not like I run across a Bursa and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll pick this up for the channel. They're so far removed from my mind because I just never see them. So I don't know, maybe no marketing budget, maybe no motivation. I don't know. Your channel appeared out of the blue for me maybe a month ago after the Spore review. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that YouTube is actually showing my channel to people. That is a relief. I'd stop and shake your hand if I met you, Bruce. You're a good dude. Yes, I would shake your hand as well. You might want to wash your hands because I do have SHOT Show AIDS. Hi, good to see you, man. Or lady. I don't know. What do you think of the new SDS Arms Inglis 2035? It looks like 2011, but it's a high power. I talked about this a little earlier. It looks okay. I think it's a cool concept, but in hand, I don't know. It didn't really impress me. It just felt like typical Turkish import stuff. I'm cool to see the high power moving in that direction, but that one specifically did not impress me. Good man with a heart. Thumbs up to you. Kimber's officially come back and it's kicking ass 100%, dude. The conversations I had with Kimber at the show were eye-opening. It totally makes sense why they're seeing so much success now. They have, man, the stuff that's going on behind the scenes there, it's exactly what you want to see happening in the industry. So talk about an absolute relief. I started shooting Kimber when I was a kid. It was my dad's favorite brand when they were like super good. If you wanted a nice 1911, you would get a Kimber. And then watching like my dad's favorite company, which then was one of my favorite companies, kind of go down quality control wise, was really sad. And having to like leave them behind and watching their resurgence and their absolute comeback, it is 100% leadership. That's what it always is with these companies. If companies are doing bad stuff or they're handling things poorly, it's always leadership. It trickles down from the top. Kimber leadership is on fire and they do not need an extinguisher. They are kicking ass. I love to see it. I am so excited to see what the rest of 2026 looks like for Kimber's releases because they are on a streak and I think it's only going to keep getting better. Glad you're doing all right. What's the best value 2011 in your opinion? Thank you. I'm assuming it's going to be the Kimber Warrior. If you want, now granted, you said best value. When I hear that, I hear someone asking what's the best budget option. If the Kimber Warriors run as good as they did at SHOT Show, which they ran great, that is going to be the best bang for the buck. For under $1,000, you're getting American-made, lifetime warranty, 2011. That's going to be the best bang for the buck if they run well. We will see. Because I don't recommend stuff until I have like 1,000 rounds through it nowadays. It's minimum, bare minimum. That's like I scratched the surface of the gun is 1,000 rounds. Which, I mean, the thing is I got to keep making content. I have to keep reviewing a bunch of guns. So that's just kind of the point that I have to hit and move on with a lot of these guns. The stuff that I really, really love, that's the stuff I keep running. So as far as best value, bang for the buck, quality for the price, I'm a Bull Armory guy. You are getting extremely high performance for a very reasonable price. The only downside to the Bull, it's the only flaw is a 1-year warranty, which is just the nature of the beast. All their gunsmiths are overseas. They got like a dude in Miami. So if they did a lifetime warranty, the stateside would be so, bogged down. You'll have people with 10-year-old guns that need extractors tuned, sending them in. It is what it is. With the current set that they have now, guys learn to tune extractors on their own. They can do it themselves. So I really wish they would do a lifetime warranty for people in the US. It's just not a reality with the way the business is set up now. So we'll see. Other than that, the gun itself, hands down the best bang for the buck. I mean, how many Bull Armories do I have now? You have to look through my reviews. That's how many I have. And I've never had a major issue or any issue at all. The only issue I ever had with a Bull Armory was a squib with Blazer Brass, which was an ammo thing. So Bull Armory is the one. It outshoots Staccato for sure, performance-wise. Best bang for the buck. Like, you can get the pro versions with porting. Piece of cake. We have Drawn with Lead. What's up, dude? Hey, Brett. Great to see you, my friend. Looking healthy. Thank you. I'm coming off of the SHOT Show AIDS, so I am glad that I'm looking healthy. But it's good to see you here. Glad you're able to stop by. I'm just kind of scrolling through comments here. I see Sticks. What's up? Right back at you with your emojis. Good to see you here, my friend. Also, I saw this one. It caught my attention. Revolver. Since you got to see and feel up close, is the new Night Guard worth waiting for, or should I go for the 586 L comp, or are Kimber revolvers worth getting into now that they're improving? All of the above is the easy answer. What I'll tell you is let's focus specifically on Smith & Wesson revolvers. I really like Kimber revolvers. They're right up there with my favorite. Kimber and Diamondback are both slaying in the revolver category right now. Smith & Wesson is making the cooler configurations with poor quality control. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing is it's like, I wish Kimber was releasing, like a power ported optic ready revolver, but they're not. The Night Guard. So I had an original Night Guard 8-shot. I had the N frame 8-shot back in the day, and I really liked it. I really regret getting rid of it. This new one, very lightweight, obviously, because it's scandium, which means it's going to buck more with full power 357 mag ammo. Because I only carry the hot stuff. Otherwise, like, why not just carry 9mm plus P? Because it gets really close to like factory, the typical stuff you get at a shooting range in 357 mag. It's kind of close. So I carry like Buffalo Bore, maybe Barnes XPDs if it's a shorter barrel, but it's going to buck more because it's scandium. So be aware of that. Short barrel and scandium is a recipe for big recoil versus the 586 L comp. Not only is it power ported, it's also heavier. Follow-up shots, even with gnarly 357 mag, are pretty sweet. What it boils down to is, what do you want to carry? Do you want something really lightweight on the belt, or do you want something heavy on the belt? I wear a sturdy belt and carry in a Kydex holster with DCC clips. Carrying the 586 L comp does not bother me at all. I forget I have it on. If you're someone who's looking for a lightweight carry option and you're willing to sacrifice speed of follow-up shots, then the Night Guard is awesome. I'm going to be getting a Night Guard. We'll see how it goes. And I'm just taking the first one my local shop gets in. However, quality control wise, it turns out that's the one I'm getting, and that's the one I'm reviewing. So that's my advice to you, is think about the weight of the gun that you want to carry. Monsoon in here saying Resident Evil 9. Absolutely. I pre-ordered the Steelbook Deluxe Edition physical copy as soon as it became available. I cannot wait. It's going to be super exciting. The executions and stuff all look awesome. So my only concern is the story. I saw that one cutscene where Leon had like 8 business days to save that nurse's life from the zombie doctor that was coming up behind her, and he just didn't. And I'm like, okay, is this story just going to be kind of like the RE3 remake slop that we got, or is that just an out of context moment that was dumb? Not that I expect Resident Evil stories to be particularly good, but at the very least, in the past, they have followed basic logic. So we'll see how it turns out, but I'm definitely stoked. I'm playing it the day it comes out. My Top Gun 2 Beers preview. Honest Outlaw and Yes. Yeah, right on. Glad you're here, man. Let's see here. I want to scroll back up, see what else we got. Oh, yeah. Lon in here. RE9 hype. Good to see you, by the way, man. Glad you were able to make it to the live. Okay. Let's go. Daddy Brett with 1 T, of course. Man, I really dug myself a deep hole when I went off on was it the last live about my name? P.S. The Fusion XP Pro Comp is badass, must buy. Yep, I have one right there. It's going to the range with me next week when I'm over the SHOT Show IC. Sonic Core suppressors for sub 300 is insane. 100%. Do you know if the Bull Blaze is able to run a charging handle for lefties? They have it on the SAS2 parts option, I think, but I would double check because I don't really mess with that stuff. I'm not like an open gun shooter, so might want to double check. Picked up Bull Armory EDC Compact, amazing pistol. I carry the EDC Pro Compact every single day. It is my favorite carry gun I've ever had in my entire life. It smokes the competition. And it's just a great all-around kind of Glock 19 ported 2011 size. Unbelievable, dude. My favorite carry gun ever. I used to be someone who would rotate carry guns or change carry guns as I'd find stuff I like better and better and better. Ever since I started carrying the Bull EDC Pro, didn't carry anything else. Then I grip swapped it to the Compact before the Compact came out. Even better. And now I'm going to be getting the EDC Pro Compact with the link trigger system, because the trigger reach was like 98% perfect for me on Bull Armory pistols. The either short curved or short flat is going to be perfect. Holding both of those at SHOT Show. So is the super secret carry pistol striker fired? Nah, you wish, man. All hammer fired. Hammer fired was the past and it's the future. Can't wait for the CZ75 Legend. Same. My wallet isn't going to be happy getting essentially a CZ75 for 14 hundo. But it is what it is. Okay, where were we? Here we go. Which steel frame pistol that's not a 1911 is going to stick out above the rest? Walther PDP steel frame is really good. M&P steel frame probably going to end up being my favorite. You said it's not a 1911 style. Steel frame? Yeah, I mean, I'm also a fan of Beretta 92s, so steel frame Beretta. Can't go wrong with that. What's up, Aaron? Hey, Brett. Hope you had a good time. Cheers. Appreciate the $10 super chat, Aaron. Good to see you. Glad you're able to make it to the live. Yeah, it was really long, really busy. Didn't get to have a lot of fun, not a lot of downtime. I was just going the entire time, just trying to cover as much of the show as I could. Definitely grateful to have Donkey Defense and our other buddy there to help me for range day. But it's one of those things, no one can keep up with me on the SHOT Show floor. So I just kind of peel off on my own. So the actual show floor stuff, I was just nonstop going, not eating, not drinking water, not sleeping, just constantly going because I'm just one dude with a phone and a laptop. But it was really cool. Made a lot of really good connections. Met honestly, a lot of you guys I met at SHOT Show. I think like 50 people ended up stopping me for either pictures or to chat or whatever. And I was honored to meet all of you. You guys are awesome. This community that we've built here, only the best people. It seems that assholes are just naturally weeded out, which, by the way, I've been running a free speech zone on this channel ever since its inception, slightly modifying that. Assholes get banned now. So not people who disagree with me, not people with different points of view, not people who have actual like criticism, even if I agree or disagree with the criticism, specifically people who are assholes. And it's just a mental health thing because it's one of those things. I open my app excited to interact with all of you guys positively, even if there is feedback. But opening up to someone just literally like criticizing like my physical appearance or something, like I have thick skin, it rolls off my back, but for every, 100,000 comments, I get like 100 assholes. And like, imagine if 100 people in a room were all teasing you at the same time. It's just like, okay, guy, I just want to leave this room. So assholes get banned, new channel rule. But really my threshold for asshole is pretty high. It's only, you got to be real nasty to get banned here, but I was letting them exist and I'm just done with it. So like I said, feel free to express yourself in any way that you want, respectfully or even borderline respectfully, but assholes are gone. I'm done opening up my phone in the morning to respond to comments and seeing them. Wyoming Gun Project, good to see you here, man. I missed you out there, man. I was hoping to bump into you. Yeah, it's crazy out there. Like, was there 60,000 people there? It's absolutely insane. But next year for sure, just hit me up on like Instagram or something, or like either email me or Instagram me, and I'll just give you my number and you can text me. And we can always plan on meeting up. For Monsoon, hopefully they expand and we see more OG characters in the game since they're going back to Raccoon City. Also just filmed my review on the XP Pro Comp and I was impressed. Awesome. Yeah, like I said, mine's coming out to the range with me next week. Super pumped to run it. On paper, it seems great. It seems like they listened to a lot of feedback and improved it in a lot of ways. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're getting Leon, but going back to Raccoon City without Jill there kind of seems wrong, or Claire for that matter. So we'll see. Right on, man. Yeah, it was huge. It sure was. I remember you getting flamed in the 2011 subreddit after your Waltz 9 review was posted there. Those same people are now praising the Waltz 9. Thank you. Okay, and that's the thing is I don't want to be the person to bring this up because first of all, I forgot about it until you just brought it up. But I did the Waltz 9 review, and I think that a lot of those people weren't familiar with the channel and kind of the reputation that I built up for like no BS. So when I gave it a glowing review, they were like, they're screaming out shill, infomercial, that kind of stuff. And I took a lot of heat for that because since all the Redditors were coming over, it was boosting it in the algorithm and I was getting more people. All of the organic traffic was really positive. It was because I can see this stuff in YouTube Studio. I can see where people are coming from. The Reddit traffic was just nasty people. Those people are now acting like they never acted that way about the Waltz 9. Now that, Ben Steger's on board, now that all the coverage from SHOT Show has been positive, validating my glowing review, it's just like they're acting like it's cool. It's always been cool that everyone's excited for it now. It is just frustrating. But it is cool to be validated though. I mean, I was 100% confident in my review anyways, but it would be nice if people would admit that they were wrong, but they won't. This is what I always say. I always do the Star Wars quote when talking about Reddit. Sign me up for doing lives. I'll add you to the list, man. I'm glad that you offered. Because yeah, I have a whole list. I have a list of like 15 people I want to do lives with. You'll be 16, and then I'll put them all in a punch bowl and draw them out one by one, and we'll do lives based on schedules. Let's see here. God, there was something else. I saw another comment here that I wanted to address. Roaring Steel. What's up, dude? Brett with 3 T's. I enjoyed the SHOT Show coverage. Hope all is going well. Hope your wife is feeling better. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, she's like 80% better. CRPS is nasty. Oh my God. As if the surgery wasn't bad. The injury in the surgery wasn't bad enough. CRPS is a horrible neurological disease. It is terrible, but she's been responding well to nerve blocks, kind of resetting her leg. And she's not 100%. So now we're getting ready to take her to do something called scrambler therapy, where they basically put a bunch of nodes on her leg and just scramble the nerve signals. And that seems to put people into remission. So the good news is the nerve block stopped it from spreading. It spread from her foot to her ankle to her calf, and it got to her knee. CRPS can spread to your entire body, including internal organs. And next thing you know, you're crapping in a bag and you're in a wheelchair. So really grateful that we caught it early. She has an awesome surgeon who got her in 2 weeks before she should have been seen by a neurologist. So she's walking around slow, but she's walking, no limp. Got some nerve pain still, some burning. I took her in at 6 a.m. this morning for another nerve block, her last one before we start the other therapy. But thanks for asking, dude. It was a really, really rough year. Let's see here. Where were we? Because I just was reminded of what I was going to talk about. And then I saw your very nice message. And then I forgot again because the cold medicine, man, I'm delirious. I'm hallucinating. Impressions of the Kimber 2K11 comp. I have great news for you. This is gonna be the best news you've heard all day. I did a full review on it on my channel, and you can go watch it right now and get not only my first impressions, but the full review. You're welcome. Thanks for the Spore range report from Range Day. I just talked to Chris from Spore, and I'm buying the 4-inch L562 357 Range Day gun. The 8-shot is a little too steep for me right now. Yeah, for sure. But you're going to love that Spore, dude. The thing is built like a tank. Super excited for it. Also saw Jacob Gray here. Did you see the Jacob Gray Recoil Reaper, a hydraulic guide rod for 2011s? Very expensive compared to Glock version. Yeah, won't know until I can shoot it. On paper, it looks cool. I mean, I run DPM systems. Those are great. I'm interested to see how this compares. DPM is going to be hard to top. Reliability is always my number one concern. Have you heard of QC issues with Kimber's 2K11s, specifically their finishes? I saw one on Reddit. Saw a dude who, I think it was like the underside of his slide, the finish was wearing. I don't know what model it was. Was it Cerakote or was it DLC? That's the only one I'm aware of. My 2K11s have been solid. I have the Pro Comp with the DLC finish that is still great. The first one that I think was PVD, great. And then the Minotaur, which I actually sent back to them to swap out for a Royal. I'm just waiting on the Royal to show up. I've been waiting for 3 months for the Royal. So we'll see how that one goes. But the Cerakote on the Minotaur was starting to wear on the inside, just kind of the nature of Cerakote. But that dude on Reddit's the only one that I've seen. What else we got? I've seen a few new Kimber 2Ks with issues out of the box on BE forum. Yeah, the forums are the place. Like if there's a single problem with a gun, the forums are the place to be. And I think it's good to pay attention to those. What I can tell you is like my Kimber 2K11s haven't had an issue. There are a lot of people close to me that based on my recommendation have gotten 2K11s. Theirs haven't had issues. However, be aware that Kimber is not like Atlas Gun Works, right? Kimber's also, well, I was going to say Kimber's not Staccato, but Staccato, they have pumped up their quantity so much that they're kind of in the same boat as Kimber. When you mass produce stuff like that, it's just the nature of the beast that some stuff is going to slip through. That's the beauty of having a lifetime warranty, though. So, you see a lot of people talk about issues, but not a lot of people sending them back. So I'm interested to see how those 2Ks are when they come back. But what I can tell you from my perception and my awareness, the world that I live in, it seems like 99% of Kimber 2K11s are good to go. And the occasional ones that, let's say, the finish is wearing prematurely, or maybe it was having some bobbles with certain types of ammo, send it into Kimber and then it's running perfectly. That's the only awareness that I have, but I still completely recommend the 2K11. Like, my experiences and the experiences of those around me have been excellent. And that's all I can really speak to. Other than that, just you're kind of listening to guys on forums. Good information with a grain of salt, right? The amount of 2K11s they're pumping out, it's just impossible that 100% are going to be good. 89 Turbo Supra 84. Dude, killer name, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I've had my Gen 6 19 for about a month now. It has been superb. Yeah, I have limited time with my Gen 6 Glock 19, but I'm kind of bummed that I got the Gen 5 G19 Koa now that the Gen 6 exists, although probably going to be waiting a long time for a Gen 6 Koa. I think they were shot, but obviously LE is getting first dibs on those. But the Gen 6 is not. If you're a Glock guy, or if you're someone who wanted to be a Glock guy, just the grip felt blocky to you, the Gen 6 is a really good option. Let's see here. Dan, no, you were not hidden. I just started clicking around randomly on comments just as they were catching my eye, because I think yours were further up. Let's get back up to where we were. Man, okay, there are 182 of you here. Everybody go to Chiappa's Instagram and comment on one of the 44 mag Rhino posts that you want to see Nightwood Guns review it. Because they're one of those companies that needs a push to send one out. So definitely show the social media dude over there, who seems to be pretty based, that you want to see that gun on the channel, because I don't know if I'm going to get one for myself. So definitely head over there and let them know that you're waiting for a Nightwood Guns review to pick one up. They need a little boost. Man, I'm so glad you guys are engaging so much in the comments. It's just there are a lot. Let's see here. Hi, what do you think about the Fusion XP Pro Comp? I'm testing it right now. Stay tuned. Canic Radiant or the Bull Micro Comp? Bull Micro Comp. Are you talking about like the Ultralight Pro? The Ultralight Pro performs better than the Canic Radiant. I mean, just because by nature it's a double stack 1911. Really thought Springfield would do a real update on the Prodigy this year with all the 2011 salivation. I guess they're not that motivated. What is your current top 5 pistol red dots, closed or open emitter? Oh man, off the top of my head, I don't want to spend too much time on this, so I'll just kind of list my favorites. Holosun 507 Comp, Trijicon RCR. I just got a notification about adding hand gestures. I think I did this and it wanted to do a thumbs up. Holosun 507 Comp, Trijicon RCR, EPS carry for slim lines. I'm on again, off again with the RMR HD. So I'm going to say Trijicon SRO, and I'm waiting to test it, but oh no, you know what? Vortex Defender ST. That's what I'm going to do for number 5, because I'm going to wait to test like the Ames Micro, the Pro Max, all the new Holosun stuff. So that's my quick 5, putting no thought into it, just off the top of my head. I'm sure I'll regret what I say later, but there's your answer. What do you think of Shadow Systems Axio? I think it's cool. Talked about it a little earlier. A lot of minute attentions to detail on it. Won't really know until I shoot it, but the way it's engineered did impress me. They have a lot of micro details in that gun. Ain't nobody paying $2K for no Shadow Systems. You're probably right. Love your shelf and all the stuff behind you. I remember a while back you did a video about guns and anime. Do you think you'd ever want to do guns and games? I absolutely do. The anime video took a while to take off. It honestly was performing crap for a really long time. It more recently kind of picked up. Maybe I would do it again. That video just took so much time and effort that I was like, for how poorly that performed, I don't know if I can do it again, but absolutely I want to do guns and games for sure. Resident Evil is going to be at the top of the list. My SS CR920 was not reliable. Sits in the safe now. Yep. Shadow Systems CR920, notoriously a coin flip. Half the people have them, love them. Half the people have them are like, this thing doesn't work. Can't wait for the CZ75 Legend. Same. Got to get that Rally Vincent action. So should we wait to buy? Wait to buy what, the Shadow Systems? Always. If you're asking wait to buy, the answer is always, with the exception of something that's impossible to get, like the Bull Armory TAC comp. Like don't wait to buy that, get that instantly. Because I mean, the thing is, while they don't have a lifetime warranty, they have a 1-year warranty. Shoot it. If it has teething issues out of the box, which as far as I'm aware, all the new Bull Armory lineup since they started doing these new, TAC Pros, EDCs, all that stuff, since they switched over from like SAS2 and kind of, I realize they're still SAS2 pistols, but kind of away from that branding and more into these TAC Pro EDCs. Was that a couple years ago? No teething issues on the new guns. Just occasional magazine sticky follower problems. But yeah, so get that instantly. Wait to buy everything else. What's up, Brett? Like your shot vid. I was supposed to do live stream tonight, wrapping up shot with HR Funk, but he had to cancel. There's only so many sub 1K CCW stuff that interested me. Fusion 3-inch. The Fusion 3-inch looks exciting. Definitely one of the highlights for SHOT Show for me. Cannot wait. My favorite grip texture I've ever felt on a metal grip module is on that Fusion 3-inch. Cannot wait for that thing. Is the super? Oh yeah, I did that. Gamer sups, bro. Your 43X Ramjet review was really helpful. Have you considered the Mischief Machine 43X CZ mag conversion? I've been running one and love it so far. I don't really like. I occasionally use the 43X as like slimline, ultra concealed carry when I'm wearing a tight t-shirt and can't get made if I'm going somewhere. I don't like messing with that stuff. I've tested the Palmetto State Armory Dagger micro mags. Those run 100% with my hollow points. They all do. I just don't really have a reason to switch, but I'm glad it's working well for you. How do you afford all that ammo for reviews? Do they provide it, or is it entirely self-funded? 9mm ammo provided by Buffalo Creek Ammo. Grateful for them. Awesome sponsor. Everything else, sometimes I can get like True Shot Ammo to send me a box of something like 10mm, a box of something like 357 mag, but that's about it. I would definitely like another ammo company to reach out. I would love to have access to other calibers other than 9. Because other than that, these super chats that you're seeing right here, that's what I use to buy ammo. The super chats, the ad revenue helps as well. Patreon also, all of my patrons, so grateful for you guys. That's how I afford all the ammo and stuff. So there's your answer. Nice to meet you, a shot. Great to meet you too, man. Like I said, I couldn't believe how many people I was able to meet at SHOT Shows, how many people stopped me. That was awesome. If you ever see me, stop me and say hi. If I'm in a hurry, I'll tell you, right? Like you're not going to bother. If you are bothering me, I'll let you know. I'll be like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm just in a hurry. So you're never going to bother me unless you're like creepy and weird and stalking me. But if you see me, always stop and say hi. I always like meeting new people. Especially, like I said, everyone in this community is super nice and awesome and helpful. The Radiant Prime and the Voltac Comp are the guns I want to get this year. What are your thoughts on these? You picked two of the best ones for sure. The Voltac Comp is going to be the king of the hill for this year. It is going to absolutely slap. Can't wait for it. Radiant Prime, going to be super sick. So you picked two really good ones. Smith 5.7, cool gun. Looks like a bunch of the same old crap, only crappier every year now. Maybe, like, I don't know. I thought I found a lot of cool stuff. The Mossberg 590 RM Chisel short barrel looks awesome. Folding stock. The Night Guard, cool reintroduction. We get the Gunsmith Cats CZ75 Legend and Fusion with the 3-inch. You don't see a lot of 3-inch double stack 1911 style pistols. Takes Glock 19 magazines. Excellent texture on the grip. There was some cool stuff there. I don't think it was crappy. Did an unboxing. Very cool. How did you feel about the P211s at SHOT Show? I feel like they were made by SIG. Where's the hidden TAC comp in your room? LOL. I do not have one yet, but I should have one fairly soon. In the grand scheme of this year, it will be soon. I can't wait for Ramjet collab with M&P like they did with the Prime. My fingers are crossed, Jose. My fingers are crossed. That's probably my number one, what I want. And don't worry, I tell them all the time, I want an M&P Radian Ramjet Afterburner. Also shot the Ramjet RXM at the Staccato Range Day, went right back to the booth and bought one. Criminally underrated firearm. Yeah, the RXM is super good. I want to review one this year. Ruger ghosted me. Ruger was going to send me one and they ghosted me, but like obviously it's cheap enough. I'll just get one. That was a year ago. That was the last SHOT Show that I made a connection and they were going to send one to me. I think they looked at my channel and they were like, nope, not taking the risk, which is weird because the RXM is solid. So you think they'd be confident enough to send one, but I don't know. You know how these companies are. So the bigger they are, the more cautious they are. It's like if you guys have seen True Romance, when selling the cocaine to the movie producer and his assistant is explaining the movie producer, he has his people that deal to him every once in a while. He likes them. He's comfortable with them. He's not looking for anything else. That basically these bigger companies are the movie producer from True Romance. They have their people. They like their people. They're comfortable with their people. They're not really looking for anything else. But definitely want to review one this year, especially now there's a Radian Ramjet Afterburner. I recommend the RXM to like everybody. I'm like CZ-P10C, RXM, 2 options for budget-friendly striker guns that are ready for duty. Smith 5.7 for carry, 22 rounds on tap. Yeah, 5.7 is lethal. The performance of the bullet is not optimal. I wouldn't carry it, but it certainly is an option. Hit some vitals, you'll do the job. Has Smith & Wesson QC on the revolvers gotten any better? It has not, unfortunately. I was just telling a story about my 32 H&R mag that I got that was light striking on quality ammo. First 1911-45, looking at the TRP 5-inch full dust cover. Thoughts? It's a really cool gun. The TRP full rail, yeah, really cool. Just be aware, metal injection molded parts, Cerakote. You're spending a lot of money for those kind of features, but it looks awesome. It's got that Black Ops 2 vibe. New subscriber, love your content. Keep it up. Your thoughts on Dragon Pistol? Are you going to get it for review? I'm going to try. I'm not going to buy one for review just because it's not really my niche, right? Like I love reviewing those high-end pistols and giving you feedback on how it performs in my hands. Like I'm not a world-class, like 8-time world champion shooter, but I'm pretty good. I'm an attainable skill level. So for a lot of you guys watching the videos, me being able to tell you how it performs in my hands is usually really helpful. I do like buying high-end guns. There are too many like 3,000 plus pistols coming out that when I have 500,000 subs, 100%, I'll just get them all. But I kind of have to be picky and choosy. I don't know if it would get the views to be worth it because it is a really niche pistol, which can be good, but I've also had that backfire in the past. So if they'll send me one, which I'm trying, I will do it. If not, I don't see myself dropping 36 hundo on it for kind of this weird gun. Like I skipped the FK BRNO too. So we will see. It's a really cool gun though. Really cool on paper. Super cyberpunky. Big fan of that. What are the chances of getting a Kimber 2K11 Pro Royal in 45? I'd say not impossible, but I probably would say unlikely. Possible, but maybe unlikely. I don't know. I think they're going to see how the calibers perform in the Warrior series, see what kind of demand there is for the calibers, because they can see what's moving. They can see what's selling. So we'll see. I'm assuming 9mm is going to absolutely shred for sales. They're going to move a few 38 supers, probably a handful of 45s. Probably next best will be 10mm. We'll see. If it's worth their while to do one in 45, I think they will. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hey, Nightwood, did you get a chance to see the CZ P13? I thought that was interesting to hear that the German army were going to be replacing HK for CZ. I mean, yeah, it's essentially just a peanut butter CZ P10, but really cool. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad they did it. The main reason for them replacing is CZs are cheaper than HKs. It's cheaper for them to get CZs than it is for them to get HKs, and CZ could meet their requirements and be super cheap. Makes sense. Bodyguard 2.0 will be coming optic ready from the factory. I saw a recent review. Not sure if it's via Monsoon or other, but will help for warranty. Very true. Not voiding your warranty with that. I'm keeping up with a new concept DS from Les Bear, 9 and 10mm first offering. Do we need a 10mm DS? I would have to save for the range session. Yeah, for sure. Less Bear. Those are some tight fitting guns, man. You'd probably have to put 1,000 rounds through that 10 millimeter for it to start running. Now that there are 200 people here, this is everyone's reminder to go to Chiappa's Instagram page, go to their 44 mag Rhino post, one of them, and say that you're waiting to get one until Nightwood Guns does a review, because they're one of those companies that needs a little push for sending one out. So definitely go give them a little holler on Instagram so they can see the demand. Who did I see here? I just scrolled down to kind of more recent comments because we're moving through kind of slow. Let's see here. Bull Armory TAC Pro 4.25 or 5. Depends what you want to do with it. Do everything. Carry, home defense, range, 4.25. More competition, home defense. You're only running OWB in like a safari land, 5-inch. The 4.25 runs faster. The 5-inch runs softer. Take your pick. Both are awesome though. The 5-inch does have slightly less muzzle rise, but like I said, it does feel a little softer versus faster with the 4.25. I'm a 4.25 guy. Everything I get is 4 to 4.25. That's kind of my favorite zone for barrel length. Suggestions on my first EDC CCW. Sorry, I just joined. That's a big question. I would tell you, if you think you can if you think you can concealed carry a bigger gun, look at Glock 19 size guns. So Glock 19, Gen 6, because why not? M&P 2.0 compact, CZ P10C. If you don't think you want to conceal that big of a gun, if you want a smaller gun, then I would suggest looking at like the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, Glock 43X, SIG P365, with the understanding that at some random round count, the trigger, is it not the trigger return spring, trigger bar spring will break on you. So yeah, those are just, I don't know, kind of some good places to start, at least in my opinion. I just kind of recommend everyone start on Striker because it's easy. It's a no brainer. You know, you pull trigger, bang, you don't have to worry about safeties or double single or anything like that. And if you do classes that, you know, if you go to a class, 99 of 100 people are going to have a Striker gun at your specific level. So it's easy for the instructor to give you instruction. And from there, you can change to other stuff. The 10.8 Masterclass, the Lipsy Springfield 1911, that looks like it is a great feature set. Did you manage to get your hands on the Springfield 10.8 Master Series? I've been waiting for a Hilton Yam 10.8 since he first introduced one. What must be 20 years ago. It looks very promising. Review? Maybe a review. What I can tell you is that it felt good. Like I really like the features on the gun. And it's still a Springfield. You're kind of, you get what you get there. Just know that every Springfield I've had that's had problems, Springfield has gotten it 100% up and running after sending it in. So just be aware of that. But definitely a cool gun. I liked it. Arlat with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Really appreciate the support. $10 goes further than you'd think on the channel. It makes every little bit makes a difference. And $10 is I'm very grateful for that. Maybe you just did it for support. Maybe your comment got detached from the super chat, but I will keep an eye out for your comment and I'll answer a question or address you appropriately if I see you comment anything, but appreciate the support, man. Thank you. The people in here are advanced. Oh man, what now? What happened? Are you planning on doing any rifle reviews this year? Maybe. It's always on. I definitely am doing shotgun reviews for sure. Maybe a rifle review. We'll see. That Beretta 20 gauge A300 and the Inglis 2035 are the guns that got my attention at SHOT Show. Definitely cool stuff. Not gonna fault you for thinking that's cool. Thank you for all your reviews and thoughts. Best regards and wishes for this new year. Appreciate it, man. Right back at you. I hope you have a great 2026. It is a year of new beginnings. So let's go. It's time to step up, nut up or shut up. Let's give it everything we've got. Saddam Light was hyped when I saw the notification earlier. Hey, I'm glad you made it at the very least for a little bit. PSA 2011 review. Very likely, I would say. Very likely. That's one that I definitely want to get my hands on because it looks like they're doing things right. But we will see. Lucky Seven Sports or Radian Ramjet for my Carry G19. Carry, I would say Radian. So here's the deal. Lucky Seven Sports, more likely to be reliable. Radian Ramjet Afterburner, less likely to be reliable. When I say that, the Radian Ramjet Afterburner, I would say 49 out of 50 comments that I see, Radian Ramjet Afterburner is running 100% and people love it. 1 out of 50, they had to change the spring in the gun to make it run, or they had to reach out to Radian because it turns out the frame of their Glock was pig-nosed or something. So that can happen. Just know that Radian is one of the best companies and they will absolutely help you out and take care of you. I run the Radian Ramjet Afterburner with a DPM system, the soft captured version that turns the gun into a laser beam. So I recommend that for carry because there's no spalling. So if you shoot from retention, you don't have to worry about jacket or carbon puncturing your skin, going into your eyeballs, all that stuff. Versus the Lucky 7 Sports, definitely has more of an impact on muzzle rise. It's a more efficient setup than the Radian Ramjet Afterburner. Very reliable too. The trade-off is bigger fireball, some spalling. Vinny does a great job backboring it to reduce spalling, but there's going to be some, it is a factor. It's probably going to be louder. Like I said, bigger kaboom coming out of it, more annoying at the range for the people around you. I think it depends on your budget and it depends on what your priorities are. Know that my personal G19 has the Radian Ramjet Afterburner on it. That's the one that I carry occasionally when all my other guns are filthy dirty. And my M&P 2.0 Compact is Lucky 7 ported from Vinny because they don't make a Radian Ramjet Afterburner. And the M&P with the Lucky 7 sporting definitely performs better. So if your performance first, everything else be damned, Lucky 7s. If you really don't want any spalling or a huge flash or anything like that, then the Radian Ramjet Afterburner is the way to go. Still makes the gun louder, but that Lucky 7s is crazy kaboom. Wyoming Gun Project went by the Spore booth. What a fantastically built revolver. They really do a good job over there. Those things are built like tanks. They consistently impress me. Okay, so since I am still recovering from the SHOT Show ick, I'm gonna scroll through comments, respond to the ones that grab my attention, and then we'll start kind of wrapping things up a little bit here because voice is starting to go. This is the best I've felt. I've had this for like 4 days now. I'm almost out of it, but I don't want to undo the resting that I've done. Let's see here. So I'm just going to scroll through and don't feel insulted if I don't pick your comment because I'm going fast and like just kind of eyeballing keywords here. I'm surprised we heard nothing on the MP7. They said it's coming. It's PSA, man. They have a million things coming. Like it is what it is. Your thoughts on the Gerson 2311 CMXX? Yeah, I don't trust it. I know a couple people who have one, and the thing is awesome. Usually needs to be tuned up to run well, and it's not like Gerson is going to have a lot of support. But yeah, if you're someone who doesn't mind tinkering, then I think it's good because you're going to be on your own with that one. All the import guns, you're kind of on your own. The only thing they'll really do is they'll like send you a new one, in which case you're opening Pandora's box for another one. The Spaz for a K. Yeah, I saw that. I really should have put it in the video, but it was just so meh. And I didn't, the video was already 20 minutes long. I didn't want it to be a 30-minute video, but man, that really did not impress. I wasn't expecting much though either. How are you feeling about the SIG P211 GT4? How do you think it will match up against the basic staccatos? I think that it's made by SIG, thus by default staccato wins. Bull Armory Ultralight or just wait for the new Fusion 3-inch? Ultralight. I would get the Ultralight as soon as you can. The end. That being said, Fusion 3-inch is cool. I've shot and tested thoroughly the Ultralight and vouched for it. It's awesome. The 3-inch Fusion, dude, they've made two ever, and they had them both at the show to hold. I haven't shot one. I don't know how it's going to run. So I would get the Ultralight while you can, because if you change your mind, you can always move on from it and do really well moving on from it. I would get the ultralight immediately. This is someone who knows. Get one now. Thoughts on the Staccato C 2024? Good gun. I like it with the compact grip module. Good gun. It's a good overall weight, carry size, recoil impulse. I prefer it to the P for concealed carry. And honestly, I prefer it to the C2 for concealed carry. Love my Bolt EDC Pro Compact. That's my carry gun every single day. From Garyoki, hilarious name, dude. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Best gun reviewer on YouTube. I don't know about that, but I definitely do the best that I can. I appreciate the kind words, though. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Like I said, the super chats are always humbling, you guys. So really appreciate it. Always vow to put the super chats to good use on the channel. So thank you. I daily carry the Echelon 4.0 C. Love it. Tomorrow, my Sharp Bros lower will arrive to make it perfect for CC. Yeah, that's a really cool setup. I really need to review an Echelon on the channel because I've shot them out of the box, a little on the punchier side. I'm not going to say it has a lot of recoil or muzzle rise or anything. Just in comparison to a Glock or an M&P, seems a little on the punchier side, but reliable, good ergos. Optic cut system is obviously awesome. Definitely need to do a proper full review of one. Bull Armory, because of you, I bought 5-inch for USPSA, and because of you, I want to buy the ultralight. I do own Fusion. I like it too, and thank you for your help. Yeah, of course. I mean, you really can't go wrong here. The Sharp Bros frame is excellent. Yeah, I want that set up. The more you guys talk about it, the more I want it. Hey, I carry a Glock 43, but I want to upgrade soon. I'm thinking either a SIG 365 macro. Is that an upgrade? Or saving up more and getting a 2011 carry gun. What do you think? Save up more and get a 2011 carry gun. Get yourself a Bull Armory EDC compact or EDC Pro compact, depending on your preference for ports or no ports. You could also go with the Staccato C 2024 with the compact grip module that someone mentioned, if you prefer American made. Something else you might want to look at is the Kimber CDS9. Obviously, a notch down in quality from the Staccato C that I just mentioned and the Bull Armory EDC compact that I mentioned, but more in line with the size of the 43. What color do you like your guns? I like two tones and stainless. I'll never scoff at a black gun. Some of the peanut butter guns look good, like the Zermatt Waltz 9 in peanut butter looks really sharp. I like a peanut butter gun with a bronze barrel. I think it's a good look. But for myself, I typically go stainless, two-tone, or polished PBD gold, or polished titanium nitride gold. Thanks for the info. Is the macro that bad? No, it's not. Macro is a good gun. Just be aware that the trigger bar spring will break at a random interval. Might be at 200 rounds, might be at 20,000 rounds. So at some point, that trigger bar spring is going to break on you and you're going to be left with a dead gun. That's the only thing. It does not happen frequently. It's not like you go to the range and everyone's trigger bar springs are breaking all day, but you go to the range enough, you're going to see someone with a dead trigger on their P365 family of guns. If you go often enough, if you shoot often enough, if you're not a high round count shooter, I probably wouldn't worry about it. It's just hard for me to recommend. Also look at the Shield Plus. And vet it for reliability, because QC is pretty good, but not perfect on those. I have to run, but love the lives as always. One more question. Recommend a retro anime that deserves more attention. I'm watching Cyber City 808, and it's so much fun for a cyberpunk fan. Cheers. I have Cyber City 080 right there on my shelf, right? You can't see it. It's right where your comment is, but it's right down there. As far as, obviously Cyberpunk Edge Runners is goated, but I'm like Ghost in the Shell. You've probably seen all of them. Cyber City 080 is Bubblegum Crisis. There you go. If you haven't seen that. UFO contact just dropped an interdimensional being getting out of Tic Tac to investigate me noticing him. Seriously, go check. Dear God, what did I just read? What anime are you watching at the moment? I don't think I have an anime going right now. I'm reading some manga. I'm playing a couple video games. I'm always playing Space Marine 2. Always doing the weeklies. And I just started Digimon Story Time Traveler. That was the only big game from last year that I didn't get around to playing. So playing that. and then just kind of waiting for Resident Evil 9. But as far as animes, yeah, I don't currently have an anime going. I need to start one. Do you have a review of the P211? I do not, because I'm not giving SIG money, and they certainly are not sending me one. Tell Bull to put the Blaze in stock. I've been waiting a year, dude. Like, it's at this point now where if you own a Blaze, you own like a hyper limited edition something. You're in an exclusive club if you own a Blaze. So I feel your pain. Just, keep your finger on the trigger for that email to come in. I think I'm going to save up for a 2011. I trust what you say. Do you have any experience with the Kimber 2011s? Yeah, I have 3 Kimber 2K11 reviews. The original one, the Pro, and the Comp. So go check those out. The Kimber 2K11s, they're honestly great. Obviously, my favorite is Bull. I think Staccato is still, a notch up from Kimber. The difference is Kimber is growing and accelerating, and they have the right attitude as a company, versus Staccato got big, have the wrong attitude for a company. Another QC is at the point now where the Kimbers are looking appetizing, more feature rich, and it's interesting to watch them grow. So if my life depended on one, if I was a cop carrying a duty gun, if I was going to concealed carry one, I'd probably still take a Staccato over a Kimber. But if someone offered me a Kimber 2K11, was like, you have to carry this every single day for a year, your life has to depend on it, I would trust it. I'd vet it for reliability. It would pass, and I would trust it. So that's the thing. Kimber is crushing it with the 2K11, and they're learning, they're growing, they're listening to customers, they're listening to feedback. Give them another year or two. They're going to crush Staccato. If they keep this momentum up, they are going to crush Staccato if Staccato doesn't start making changes. So they are applying pressure, and I fully support getting a 2K11. Check out my reviews. I've had only good experiences. Don't get me wrong. They're not perfect. I have constructive criticism. You'll see in those reviews the criticism that I have, and they do listen and make changes. You can see that looking at the original 2K11 review to the 2K11 Pro review to the comp. You can see the progression of them listening to feedback, which again, I so respect. Has the QC on the Bodyguard 2.0. Also, the Daewoo stuff is the only SHOT Show stuff that really interests me. Yeah, the Daewoo stuff is cool. Bodyguard 2.0 QC is okay. I just, from my perception, just pulling numbers out of my butt, I would say it seems like 7 out of 10 that I see have no issues. So, and if it does have an issue, you send it into Smith, they'll probably fix it, as long as it's not a revolver, because they get a revolver into fix and they're confused and they don't know what to do and they just send it back. Talk Bull Armory, dude. I talk Bull Armory all day. They are crushing it. I got lucky with the Blaze. Awesome. Yep, you're in the exclusive club. I had a 365 a couple years ago and took it out to shoot, brand new that day, and after 100 rounds, the spring broke. LOL, ditched it very soon after. There's your evidence, folks, right there. I'm not making this up. That is a problem with the P365 family of guns, and it is why I do not recommend them anymore. What's your favorite striker-fired gun? The Zermatt Waltz 9? No. Oh, man, it's tough. That's really tough because I don't love any of them. But I like a lot of them. So I like M&Ps. I like Glocks. I like CZs. I appreciate Walthers. They're not my favorite. I appreciate Springfields. They're not my favorite. So yeah, I mean, for me, I always say M&P or Glock. Get the one that feels best in your hand. If you're on a budget, Ruger RXM or CZP-10, or even if you're not on a budget, look at those 4. Ruger RXM, CZP-10, Glock Gen 6 now, M&P 2.0. Like, whichever one of those, because so much of it is personal preference. If you're not excited about your gun, that sucks. So, like, they all do the same thing. Pick the one you like the best. From Lon, Shot AIDS Recovery Fund. Thank you, my friend. That covers most of the Tylenol cold and flu severe that I got at Walgreens 3 nights ago when I was dying. Dude, I had the worst. I don't know what it was, but obviously, like, it was congestion, mucus everywhere. My jaw hurt so bad. I just realized I opened myself up to so many jokes, but for some reason I had that's the only joint pain I had. It was in my jaw. It was like someone jammed a screwdriver in my jaw and was trying to pry it off. It was crazy. Some Resident Evil stuff. But appreciate the Shot AIDS Recovery Fund. Always appreciate your support, man. Always appreciate. You're one of my favorite people in the comments. Always enjoy seeing your comments. It's one of those things where whenever you leave like a long comment, I want to sit down and respond to every single bit of it. But I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I don't have the time. I have to respond to like 5,000 comments right now. But always, I just know I always read them and always appreciate them. And then 99% of the time I agree with you, or you make me think of something I hadn't thought of before. So always appreciate your presence on the channel. I was disappointed with SHOT Show this year. Besides the Night Guards, was hoping for some Charter arms. I think they are very underrated. Yeah, Pieta has the Colt Python copy that looks interesting. But yeah, the Night Guard's pretty cool. If you won the lottery, what would be your lottery gun? Beretta 93R transferable. Easy. If it has to be non-NFA, Mateba Unica 6 in 44 Magnum. Easy. Easy question. Piece of cake. I've gotten an email notification for the Blaze twice, and if I told you just from the time it took me to get my debit, it went out of stock within minutes. I'm assuming they only release a few. Yes, so you got to be lightning fast. In fact, people who are hardcore have the page up, like on their phone, and they'll just, whenever they look at their phone, they'll open it and just refresh the page because it will go in stock on the site before the email goes out. Yeah, I've never been over to, I'm assuming there's a Bull Armory subreddit, but I would assume that they're going to post over there if something goes in stock and all those people are going to snap them up. That's probably what happens. So yeah, keep an eye out. Best of luck, etc. Also, just have your like credit card info saved. Do like some Apple Pay smart wallet stuff to save it, or if you don't mind risking your stuff getting stolen, like copy and paste it like a Word doc or something, and just have it ready to go so you can just copy and paste your info in the boxes to get it. I'm loving that 44 mag Chiappa Rhino. Did you see the Pieta Blacktooth Italian made perfect clone of the OG Colt Python minus Colt's terrible QC? Sign me up. Thoughts? QC has yet to be seen. We'll see how Pieta does. But yeah, it does look interesting. 195 people here. If you haven't already, go over to Chiappa's Instagram page, hop into their comments on the Chiappa 44 Magnum posts. Let them know that you want to see a Nightwood Guns review. All right. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, Mateba beat you. Yep. You know it's good. Sheesh, with you recommending the RXM so much, I don't know what Ruger's waiting for to send you one. Thank you. I know. They totally ghosted me. I got a hold of the lady who does the social media stuff over there, an email with her. I ended up sending her, like, she was like, okay, we'll send you one. Send me your info. I responded like 3 times and never heard back. Just over the course of last year. I'm like, hey, checking in. Waited a month. Hey, checking in. Waited 3 months. Hey, checking in. Nothing. So I don't know. Like I said, the bigger the company, the less motivated they are to get guns out because, like, they're going to sell. They have the huge marketing budgets to push them out. Oh yeah, we talked about that. I'm just kind of randomly clicking on comments. PewView and Honest Outlaw both had high praises for the 2K11 pistols as well. Yeah, and that's the thing is the gun speaks for itself. The thing runs. Kimber is, like I said, Kimber's crushing it. Give them their stuff. I'm trying to think of how to word this. With how much progress they've made from the original 2K11 to the 2K11 comp, I can't imagine where they're going to be at a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. They are going to be right up there at the top of the food chain. Right now, they make one of the best 2011s that you can get. It is not the best. It is one of the best. But I think they're moving in the direction of being one of the most respected 2011 manufacturers in the world if they can keep the momentum up. Right now, like I said, if my life depended on one, I'd go Bull, I'd go Staccato. But like, to me, the Kimber 2K11, the Stealth Arms Platypus, the Fusion firearms, they are all right there. And they're fighting to get into that top echelon of 2011s, and they're figuring it out fast. Like I said, the big, like Staccato is feeling pressure from these other companies. And that's what I like to see. Man should still save up for the Kimber 2K11 45 ACP Pro Comp or HD M&P 5-inch with Apex trigger barrel and Holosun Max Comp or Pro Max. I will eventually have both regardless. Got to catch them all. Yeah, honestly, you can't go wrong. You're naming all good stuff. Okay. All right. The SHOT Show disease is starting to get to me. I'm going to start scrolling up. This one first, though. New Canic Prime Radiant Comp Pistol, worthy of Striker Fire money, or go elsewhere? Yeah, no, I think it's good to go. If you're excited by it, I say go for it. I feel that jaw pain in the congestion deal, 4 weeks of the crud. Ooh, 4 weeks. I mean, the second I started feeling bad, I called my mobile IV guy to come and just shoot me up with the good stuff. Mr. Knightwood, would you recommend the Ultralight or Pro, the TAC Pro, 2K11 Pro, or an EDC X9 for a compact carry style 2011? I have a killer deal on a used EDC X9 that I might jump on used. So the Wilson, you're not going to have any problems with. 2K11 Pro, amazing gun. The TAC Pro, my personal favorite on this list, the Ultralight Pro is, now here's the thing. When I say it's my least favorite Bull Armory, like SAS2 pistol, that doesn't really mean much because I love them all. If I was ranking them, that would be towards the bottom. However, I would get that ultralight while you can if you're interested in it, because you may not be able to get one forever. Of that list, the TAC Pro is my favorite, but just know that you cannot make a poor decision with any of these. Pick whichever one excites you the most. That's what I'm going to say. My personal preference is for the Bull TAC Pro. Second place would be the 2K11 Pro. The EDC X9 is a special case right there because you have a good deal on it used. For the new price, I wouldn't get it. Do you like ports on a carry gun? I have ports on my carry gun, knowing the risks, knowing that if I shoot it from retention, I could injure my eyes. And I'm banking on the fact that I'll be able to turn the pistol away from me if I ever needed to do that. And honestly, banking on the fact that I'm never going to need it at all anyways. But I'm banking on the fact that if I need it in that lightning strike scenario, if I need to shoot from retention or from a weird position, that I will be able to turn it away from me. And if not, then I can lose my eyesight and be mad at myself. Just the performance increase from the ported gun to the non-ported gun is huge if you find yourself in, an active shooter situation, right? Like this lightning strike situation where you need to be at the top of your game, excellent performance, accuracy needs to be on, fast follow-up shots in the same spot. The ported gun offers a huge advantage. Will 2011 prices ever come down? I mean, it's insane. Dude, it's happening. Kimber Warrior Series. Get ready. Just really curious, what is your beef with SIG and the P211? Go watch my video called, I think it's like why I don't recommend the SIG P320 or P365 anymore. Until SIG changes the way they run their company, I'm just not giving them money. And that's my personal choice. I don't fault anyone. I don't give anyone crap for buying SIG products. I say, go for it. I always say, vote with your wallet, and the way that they treated customers for just having like honest questions about the 320, and the way that they have quietly changed things over the years in the P365 family of guns, and their refusal or inability to fix or acknowledge even the broken trigger bar springs in these guns. It's a no-go for me. I'm not going to support a company like that. That's why I like supporting companies like Kimber. I like supporting companies like, Radian, for example, just these companies that are absolutely running their stuff the way they should be run. Which is funny because the guy in charge of SIG was the guy that was in charge of Kimber when everyone was giving Kimber crap. They're trying to get into people like Brett's good graces with the P211 not working. It's true. That's the thing, is they're trying to, the P320 stuff is going on, right? And they're like 211, 211, 211, 211, 211, 211, 211, 211. It's like the 320 doesn't exist. 211, 211, 211. They're really trying to get that to happen. And yeah, I'm not going for it. Pistol Pete, you're on, dude. Yeah, people in the know. Exactly, man. So watch that video. It will explain everything. I just don't like the way SIG treated, because the thing is, I was a paying customer for SIG. I bought so many SIG pistols. And when I'm like, hey, we should look at this 320, or you even bring up, drop safety stuff from 320 before, you bring up broken trigger bar springs at 365, you bring up striker drag, broken firing pins, all that kind of stuff, and they won't even acknowledge it. They did eventually have to acknowledge the drop safety stuff on the original P320s because they got flamed so hard for so long that they had to acknowledge it. But SIG acts like they can do no wrong. Everything is perfect. And they're the most elite gun brand in the world. When you have people out there with original P365s, some 70-year-old woman has a P365 in her nightstand that the firing pin's going to break on the next shot. There's someone out there with a P365 in their holster. The trigger bar spring is going to break on their next shot. They never admitted to the striker drag or firing, and they never admitted to that the striker drag was a problem. They were like, this is fine. That's the way it's meant to be. Then they hush, secretly redesign it like 5, 6, 8 times. And now you have the one from today. Not cool. And on top of that, basically saying if you think that the P320s have an issue, you are anti-gun and you're supporting the anti-gun lobby and you're a piece of shit. No, don't. You're literally treating paying customers that way. I'm not going to give you money anymore. If a restaurant treated me like crap, I wouldn't go back to that restaurant. So much like Kimber, when the dude was in charge of Kimber, I went from Kimber was my dad's favorite brand when I was a kid. We were buying Kimber stuff. Kimber went down the drain. We stopped buying Kimber. Now Kimber's doing awesome. I'm back to buying Kimber. Same thing with SIG. And it's not just changing their products. It's changing leadership. It's changing the way they treat customers. Until they apologize for how they treated people or change leadership, I'm not interested, because right now they're pretending like it never happened. An elephant never forgets. Do 2011s have to be clean, maintained more often than a striker fired pistol? I've never had one, so I don't know what to expect. Yeah. Most importantly, keep the rails oiled and the barrel oiled, and you're mostly good to go. But yeah, I usually clean my 2011s like every 1,500 rounds, but I oil it whenever it feels like it needs it, whenever it starts to get sluggish. SIG QC went to Shiz, a long way off from the West German quality, which is really unfortunate. I loved SIG, Sauer, JP Sauer. Yeah, all the Swiss Arms products. Those days are long gone. It's true. The thing is, I'm not even mad about that, because a lot of companies, I just cracked my back and took the wind out of myself while I was mid-sentence. A lot of companies, it's just the reality. You're mass producing stuff, like lemons are going to come out. It's the making dangerous or poor designs and not owning up to it. Like the P320 drop safe, the actual legitimate drop safe thing that has been confirmed, was not recalled. It was a voluntary upgrade program. Should have been a recall. They didn't do it. It was wrong. Being such a fan of ports, have you ever played with the Zev OZ9 Hypercomp? I've shot one. It's really cool. Yeah. What do you think of Leon rocking a P320 and RE9? At least Grace picks up a Beretta 1934. Cool choice from Capcom. Yeah, I'm going to speed run the game to unlock infinite Magnum ammo, and then I'm just going to run the revolver. Just be running on the hatchet only run. I miss when SIG's motto was to hell and back reliability. Yeah. Guns are about reliability, trust, and SIG short-term thinking will hurt them in the long run. Probably. Sig Sauer did naughty things. Left with SIG arms. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Howdy, boys. Kimber DS Warrior fit. Not that impressive, according to Reddit user. Had my eye on 4/5, but out of stock. What is good, according to Reddit users? T-Sauce? One of those things I'm joking, but I'm not. The Kimber DS Warrior has appropriate fit and finish for a sub $1,000 gun. Sub $1,000 2011. It has appropriate fit and finish. It's not going to be the fit and finish of a 2K11 that is more than double the price. That's the way it goes. So yeah, I don't know, someone expecting an Atlas Gunworks fitment on a sub $1,000 2011 that's American made. No, of course not. Like, be realistic. Redditors only like Atlas. It's true. Infinity. What's the smallest gun you'll carry? Ruger LCP 380. Original Prescott made that were actually good, that had solid quality control. Occasionally I'll toss it in a pocket or on my ankle. I'd put J-frame in there too, but not as a primary, only as a backup, or like you got to get this thing into a no-no zone kind of situation. In which case I have even carried a North American Arms into a no-no zone. But as far as a primary, the slim lines are the smallest I'll go, and I don't even like doing that. So like 43X Shield Plus, that size of guns, I don't even like doing that. My daily driver is the Bolt Armory EDC Pro Compact, which is going to be that Glock 19 size. So your typical double stack compact is my preferred smallest size for a primary gun. Reddit is trash as a website now. Dude, ever since gun accessories for sale went, man, that was the last bastion of hope for Reddit. I'm so bummed. What a great community of dudes in gun accessories for sale, and now it's gone. Have you heard if TSAW started to include bull barrels in their 1911 DS? I don't know. I thought those were bushing and the Max were bulls, but I don't know. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, 100%. Gun accessories for sale, man. Now it's just fighting people on tax swap. I had the best experiences, man. That was the best subreddit to ever exist. I don't know, man. It's 3,000 because it's hand fit or it's 3,000 because it's staccato. Just says to me that someone at the company doesn't know how to CNC. Yeah, CNCing can I mean, the Zermatt Waltz 9 is evidence of that. The Spore revolvers are evidence of that. That if you're really good at CNCing, you know what you're doing, you can create a great fit gun CNC. Jacob Gray, another one that's pretty good. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. Do you guys want cat? Because I have cat meowing at my door. I will retrieve cat. I have returned with cat. If you haven't met him, this is Solaire, and he's a very handsome boy. So anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So this is the problem, right? So the same thing happened in the video game industry with the price of video games. Everyone kind of agreed that $50 at some point was like the perfect spot for a game. Then they pushed it to 60, and then no one would go for more than 60. And it took forever. They had to start doing like DLC to make money. But it seems that with the gun industry, we've let them get up to like $2,500, and it's because of staccato. We let them get up to $2,500, and that's what people are willing to pay for pistols. And now all these companies are like jumping on the bandwagon. We need a $2,500 pistol because people are willing to pay that now. And now they're trying to push it to $3,000. Staccato $3,500 for that C4X. They're testing the waters. What are you willing to pay? And they're going to keep going until it's like, man, people are willing to pay $6,000 for a pistol in large numbers. So that's just what they're doing. So yeah, I see, like, obviously my hands are full right now, but I'm seeing like Zombie 34343. Yeah, y'all stop buying them. Exactly. NWR, who do you think makes the best AR-15 for around 1,500? I don't know, dude. There's so many. You want me to sit here and list off like 20 different ARs? I don't mean to sound rude, but it's hard, dude. It's like saying who makes the best striker fire gun under like $1,000. Where do I start? Where would you rank GP arms in the DS 1911 pecking order? I'd rank them right there with the Stealth Arms Platypus, the Kimber 2K11. I'd put them in that zone. So they make really, really good stuff. My only thing with GP arms is the, like, I don't want to say fit and finish because they're fit well, but they have sharp corners, right? They don't, there's not a lot of like melting of corners on the gun. You're buying performance. And there are other guns where you can also buy performance and not have sharp corners on the gun. But the GP arms, man, that thing runs. I do recommend it if you're looking for a custom option that you're just going to run hard. GP arms is a good option. Let's see here. GI Jose is saying about the ARs, that price range could get a Daniel Defense, but no need to go 1,500. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is you don't need to go 1,500 just because you have 1,500 to spend. Like, you could get a cheaper AR that's going to do something good and use the rest of the money on ammo or optics or lights or whatever. But they take 2011 mags instead of proprietary like Bull. Dude, I prefer the Bull mags. I wish 2011s took Bull mags. They hold one extra round in the same size mag and they're cheaper. Do you think the new EOTech HD is worth $1,000? No. I'm glad a lot of people were complaining about SHOT Show product prices. Stuff's getting too expensive. I mean, the thing is, everything's getting too expensive. It is what it is. It's just, it seems like the only people reading the room are like Kimber. They're releasing a budget-friendly, I mean, granted, I realize $1,000 is still a lot of money, but compared to like $2,500, they're releasing an American-made option for an affordable double stack 1911. Like they're reading the room. They're going to eat good in that price range. Hey, yo, Brett, hope you're feeling better. Side note, I want the Waltz 9 to succeed. It looks like it has everything I want for a premium handgun. It's near the performance of a high-end 2011. Yeah, totally. We're on the same page. Your comment is my sentiment exactly. Also, what would Lou do? We finally got to meet the guys at Bull. Lots of good stuff coming from them. Totally. And I also saw you had a comment up here earlier. Where was that? Howdy do, bro. Good to see you. Shot. Yeah, it was good meeting you. Actually met you at the Kimber booth. So great making your acquaintance. Finally meeting you in person. I swore I'd never buy another Kimber, but the DS Warrior tempts me. It should, dude. It should. Absolutely. I know you like Uncle Mike's grips, but have you tried those new rubber J-frame and hand grips from Smith & Wesson? I think they hit a home run on those. Yeah, they're good. They're really good. I will live and die by the Spiegel design, but I got to give it to Smith. They're moving in the right direction. What's the largest caliber gun you'll carry? 50 Action Express. Moving to California soon, your reviews have been helpful to figure out what off rosters to buy before the move. A Spore might be the next purchase because of your review. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. First of all, California, beautiful state, run by a couple of cities. That's unfortunate, but I wish you the best of luck in your move. Hope you have a good time over there, and best of luck acquiring the off rosters before you get there. And then dealing with the laws. All right, Cat 1-2, leave now. BRB. There you go, be free. All right. He just wanted some internet attention, and then he was good to go. Where does Nighthawk stand in quality considering all the new 2011, 1911 manufacturers? Are they still one of the best? I like Nighthawk's offerings. I think they make cool offerings. I don't see the price. Every Nighthawk I've held, I've been like, really? I feel like it should cost like $1,000 less. That's just my opinion. The Radiant Mod 1 and the Sons of Liberty Mark 1 are the most premium ARs you can get that don't have too many proprietary parts from a logistical perspective. That's a fair point. Everything is getting expensive. I'm not happy about chicken nugget meals being $12 to $13 now. Again, you're not wrong, dude. But again, companies like Kimber they're seeing the opening in the market for people who are like, dude, I'm not spending more than $2,000 on anything right now, let alone a gun, like a pistol. So yeah, reading the room. Shooting the C4X, how does it feel compared to the XC? Not even close. Not even close. Dude, the ported Bull Armory smoke it. Like I carried the EDC Pro Compact from Bull Armory, smokes the C4X so hard, it's laughable. And maybe that's why I was so harsh on the C4X, because I have a gun that costs, what, $1,500 less? Was it yeah, that smokes it. Absolutely embarrasses the gun. So yeah, I don't see it, dude. Especially Fusion is also coming out with that 3-inch that they're going to be making a comp for as well. And the thing's going to be under $2,000. Just going to eat its lunch. The C4X shoots good. Does it shoot 3,500 good? No, it does not. It does not shoot 3,500 good. Yeah. So the XC, there's a reason it's the gold standard. There's a reason everyone compares every other 2011 to the XC. There's a reason I say don't bother with the P. Get the XC. Like buy once, cry once. The C4X is fine, dude. It shoots like the standard staccato HD P4. Maybe P4. Honestly, probably not the P4.5. So, I mean, what blows my mind about the price is it's not just looking at essentially the sight block with holes machined into it being $1,000. It's also aluminum frame over steel frame. I don't know. It just blows my mind, dude. It blows my mind. But yeah, it shoots nice, not anywhere close to the XC. XC just smokes it so hard, they're not even the same sport. Shot show hurts when I want so much and live in a restrictive state. Sorry, you're in the restrictive state, man. LOL, best of luck, don't move. Yeah, well, you can always move back. Any chance you're watching Freerun Season 2? No, I'm behind. That's probably the next one I'm going to watch, though. I've been playing video games and reading manga, to be honest. I got burned out on anime, so I took a little break. And because I was on a huge retro anime kick, I was watching all of like the stuff from the 80s and early 90s. Movies, OVAs, like short series. So that's I kind of got burned out. So taking a little break, but when I get back into it, probably gonna start with Frey Run. Hopefully we'll end up in Arizona long term after moving up in my career. Dude, you got it. AZ is the place to be. We need people to keep this a gun friendly state. Wish the Warrior took Glock mags. That'd be cool, but I mean, I don't know. Good enough. 2011 mags are plentiful enough. Best wishes with your career. Understand that sometimes our careers might take us to places that we don't necessarily want to be, but I hope you make the best of it. I ditto that, dude. I really hope that you have the best time possible in the state that you're moving to. You see owners of Knight's Arms got arrested on 3 felonies. I saw the security cam footage. That was hilarious. Your thoughts on Staccato C and CS being discontinued? I think it's hilarious. Thank you. I grew up where originally way better in the mountains up in NorCal. Yeah. The flying is way better for sure, dude. I enjoy your time, especially if you're going to be in NorCal. Say hi to all the gun people out there. On a random note, went duck hunting this past week in North Mississippi during the Arctic blast. My Benelli M2 never jam froze. It ran flawlessly. Very impressed considering other guys had SB3s. Yeah, Benelli M2, it's solid, man. Any revolvers worth mentioning? The Night Guard. That's kind of the one that I'm waiting for. Lake Havasu. What's up, dude? Vampire Hunter D was my first anime back in the day. Still slaps. Vampire Hunter D is awesome, man. Yeah, that was one of the ones I rewatched. I'd seen a lot of them before and rewatched them. I watched some new stuff. Like I hadn't seen Cyber City 080. What else? Angel Cop. If you want a good time, Angel Cop's a good one. What stood out to me in shot was the Zenith FC9 that looked like an MPX. It's not made by SIG. Use a Scorpion mag, so I hope it's going to run reliably. That's the thing. We'll see if it runs reliably. Is there a 2011 that is better than your Bull Armory in that price range? No, it's the best. The only downside is 1-year warranty. That's the only downside. It's other than that, in that price range, it smokes everything. That being said, like I said, I love what Kimber's doing. I love what Fusion's doing. I like the direction they're headed in. They're not at Bull Armory's level yet. Steel, aluminum, or polymer gun? All of the above. Depends on the gun. I like the Beretta 92. Beretta 92 is those are mostly aluminum. Oh, excuse me, I'm dying. Those are mostly aluminum. Steel frame guns, always good. I like the weight. Polymer guns, they have a little bit of flex for recoil absorption. All of the above. I like them all. I don't discriminate. Like I carry an aluminum gun. I don't know. I like the way the EDC Pro comes out of the holster, and I like its recoil impulse compared to the TAC Pro comp. I like now unported. I like the TAC over the EDC. So again, this is like a really nitpicky personal preference thing. I just like the recoil impulse better in those two categories. So really more goes into it than just steel, aluminum, or polymer. That being said, I will always scream steel frame in the comments of every single gun announcement. I hate to see what's going to happen to Staccato with all these great 2011s being released for a fraction of the price. I hate to say what's going to happen. Yeah, for sure. The pressure's being applied. Did you get a chance to look at the new NX6 line for Night Force? Did you like them? I didn't get a chance to. I'm not much of a scope, dude. Like I just toss a Vortex for anything that needs magnified optic. Sorry. That's just what I do. Like I spend all my money on pistol stuff, and then rifle stuff, I get mid-tier stuff. EDC to Staccato XC, please give us your opinion and advice. Dude, I EDC to Staccato XC for almost 2 years, if not for 2 years. That's what I carried before I discovered Bull Armory. And I'd do it again. I carried a Staccato XC with, did I have an SRO on it at the time? With an RMR. Yeah, I just had a standard RMR. I carried a Staccato XC with an RMR and a Surefire X300. EDC'd that for 2 years. I'd do it again. The only thing that was happening to me is since I'm not a tall dude, when I would bend over, the weapon light, when I carried appendix, would kind of rub my inner thigh on the right side. And I just kind of got sick of that. And then I discovered Bull Armory. I'm like, holy crap, this thing slaps, dude. And 4 1/4 inch barrel with a TLR7 HLX. I can do, I mean, I could do backflips with the Staccato XC on, but I could do backflips all day with that Bull Armory setup. For the price range, XC or Vanta 9. Vanta 9 is going to have better fit and finish. It's going to be a nicer gun overall. That being said, XC runs, dude. It runs. Between those two, I'd probably go the XC because I wouldn't feel as bad beating it up. Like I've beat my XC up. It's got, I think I'm creeping up on 10,000 rounds. I know it's more than 8,000 rounds. I'm creeping up on 10,000. Not that that's like super a lot, but it still looks brand new. I also got it in February of 2021, I think. And so like QC was a little stronger at Staccato back then. They weren't pumping out as many guns. Thing still looks brand new. One Piece was your anime and still going. Yeah, dude. The end is in sight. It's still far away, but it's in sight now. 2K11 comp 5 or 4.25. 4.25 has a more aggressive return to zero, runs faster. The 5-inch is softer shooting for a little less recoil in hand. Whatever your preference is. I'm a 4.25 guy. I go 4.25 for everything. I like that faster, snappier return to zero. Next time, stop by Durya booth. We would like to show you around. Will do. This is the first anyone has reached out about Durya. I don't know what Durya is, but I shall reach out or check you guys out. Chat, how's Durya? Give me the honest deets. Hunter x Hunter, one of the best anime. Hunter x Hunter's great, man. Any new belts? If only. I just wish Hunter x Hunter, like the dude goes on hiatus. I don't know. I don't want to complain. Those guys have the hardest jobs in the world. Any new belts comfortable, worth mentioning for someone with a small frame? Yes. How do you say it? Aegitech. AEG. ITEC. It's similar to the Hunter Constantine belt. Stretching the back, insert at the front for support. And it's on Amazon and it's like $40. And they make it in a small size. My one complaint is it does have a lot of slack for a smaller frame person, but it has a belt keeper on it so you can still put it in place. He's going to be making a Gen 2 soon. It's going to be shorter on the slack. It's going to be more appropriate size. This was his first run. But it's like a sturdier version of the Hunter Constantine belt. It's comfortable, sturdy. It's like a nice in-between. You have like an actual sturdy, like core essentials belt. You have the ultra comfortable Hunter Constantine belt. And in the middle ground here, you have that Aegitech. So highly recommend checking them out. Have you shot the new steel frame M&P 2.0 yet? I have not, but I cannot wait to. Alpha American Warfighter 5-inch. Any thoughts, reviews? Thanks. No thoughts yet, but we shall see. Need to check out GP Arms Forza 3.1 ported. Dude, GP Arms is awesome. You cannot go wrong with GP Arms. Mac 9 comp does not compare to XC in any way, not even the same gun. Yeah, dude, not even close. Did someone ask that? Because it's literally two completely different sports. Not even in the sentence. It's not even the same league, not even the same sport. Dude, you got excited about the new Chiappa. It's a revolver. I did too. It's sick. Yeah, that Chiappa. If there's anyone here that has not yet gone to Chiappa's Instagram and told them in the comments of one of their 44 mag Rhino posts that you want to see Nightwood Guns do a review, go do it. They need to be convinced. OA Defense carry fusions, carry alphas carry. I may have just had a stroke. Enigma or comfort concealment belt. So Enigma is going to be sturdier, more solid, a little more uncomfortable, and it's a chore to get in and out of it. Comfort concealment, not as sturdy, easy on and off, and way more comfortable. So take your pick. Also budget. Platypus with the integrated comp or the 5-inch Kimber 2K11 comp. I haven't shot the comped Platypus, so I can't speak to that. I can tell you that the 2K11 comp is awesome, though. Knowing stealth arms, though, I'm sure the Platy comp is a winner. Can't go wrong either way. Get whichever one excites you the most. But I can vouch for the Kimber 2K11 comp and tell you that that's awesome and you won't regret that one. Also, good call on the 640 Black Harry's Icon 2.0 combo. Been my work carry a few weeks now and love it. Yeah. Harry's Holsters Icon is the best J-frame holster ever made in existence. I recommend it every single day. What about 4.6 2011s to split the difference? Yeah, those are fine. Basically, like, Yeah, I guess earlier I said 4" to 4¼ but really it's 4 to 4.5 is kind of my sweet spot for barrel length. Aside from testing the Waltz 9, is there other guns that you're helping with testing and providing feedback that's super secret? Yes. Yes. Duria 22, nice. Oh, they do Gen 12 at home. I don't know if it's reliable though. Okay, good to know. But yeah, I do have some super secret guns. And I cannot wait to share them with you guys. Because it seems like someone builds something that they know I'll like, and then they're like, find something wrong with this, which is honestly like a big brain move on their part. Send me something that they know I'll like and make me find stuff wrong with it. Did Walther have anything interesting as far as smaller EDC? I run a 4.5 PDP, but smaller is also a welcome option. Thanks. They had the PDP F with the PMM comp. That was it. Keep in mind, Brett, today's XC is not the same as 3.5 years ago. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was insinuating when I said mine was from, I think mine's from 2021. That, I mean, like the DLC on that is impervious. I could literally scrape a rock against it and it doesn't come off. Meanwhile, I'm picking up brand new Staccato XCs in the store with the finish worn off. What is happening? From what I've seen, the DY9 isn't so good. Duria makes 92 clone called the Melik that seems great. Duria seems to have a roll pin walking out issue, so be aware. Yeah, I mean, Duria, if you want me to test your stuff and tell you what's wrong with it, I'm here. How do you spell the belt on Amazon? AEGITEC. Agitech, I think, is what it's called. Like the thing is, I came from a world of brand naming and market research. That's what I did before the channel, and I can tell you that's not a good name. That's not a good name. Good product, not a good name. The AR9 60 round is nice. Yeah, that looks cool. Were you able to check out the Jacob Gray Hex Pro? And if so, what did you think of it? I actually liked it. That is more appealing to me than the Nox. The Nox kind of seems like this weird niche, like hyper gun, which is really cool. I love those. The Hex Pro seems like a practical performance-driven option. Crack out Leon's RE4 jacket. It's in the closet in my bedroom. Otherwise, I would. I heard they're going to come out with a Platypus Carry Comp 3.1. If they do, I will buy one. Do you think the risk of shooting plated ammo out of porta guns is overblown? No, it's not overblown. The shooting plated ammo out of porta guns it is just a it's like tossing, I don't even know what, like cheap metal into a wood chipper. Just this explosion of plating is just going to come out of those. Not overblown. It can also shave off part of the jacket and like melt it to the barrel and throw off accuracy. But that's pretty rare. I don't see that often. The biggest thing is it just spraying, spalling everywhere. I dropped a comment on Chiappa's IG for you, good buddy. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, anyone that wants to see the Chiappa 44 mag on the channel, go over to Chiappa's IG, drop a comment on one of the 44 mag Rhino posts, and let them know you want Nightwood Guns to do a review. Wow. David in Oklahoma with $100 super chat. Thank you, dude. This is the second $100 super chat of the day, and it's just the most humbling thing. Like I mentioned earlier, this year has already been such a pivotal moment for the channel. It's clear that we've built something here with this community, and your support is absolutely humbling. Thank you. I'm going to look and see if a comment got detached or if you want to say something. But man, I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thanks for believing in me. I'm glad you've been enjoying the content. I really am doing the best I can. Last year was rough and I showed up the best I could. So just thanks for your support. Thanks to all of you. You're all doing amazing. David in Oklahoma, I don't even know where to start, man. Just thanks for the support of the channel. It really means a lot. $100 goes a long way on the channel. Wow. Everyone give David in Oklahoma and Jose Leon a round of applause for just being top tier supporters of the channel. That's amazing, guys. Thank you both so much. And then MG762.51 with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. The $10 means so much to me too. It really does. Like just even $1 from you guys means a lot in this humbling. When I started this channel, didn't know it was ever going to get to this point. And It's emotional, guys, that you're enjoying the content so much. So just know that I'm going to keep showing up for you, keep doing the best that I can, keep doing the best by you, and I always vow to never sell out, always tell you guys the truth, even if it means burning bridges with some of these companies. I don't care. I don't care if they never send me another thing. If no one will ever send me anything ever again, I'll buy guns or I'll just review older guns, show off older guns. I'm always here for you guys. That's the whole point of the channel. I made the channel because I was buying guns and it wasn't matching up to the shill reviews that I was watching that convinced me to get them. And that has always been the mission of the channel. It'll always be the foundation of the channel. So thanks, guys. And David in Oklahoma, that CRPS is awful. Very sorry about that for your wife. Appreciate it, man. We are so lucky and so blessed. It is a miracle, the recovery that she's made so far, because it was so bad for so long. And then out of nowhere, just a miracle flashed in front of us and she was walking. She went almost 6 months without walking at all. And she's such an active, healthy, athletic person that it was a long 6 months. So anyways, appreciate the support, appreciate the sentiment too. And I'm so glad that she's walking without a limp and that we still have the nuclear option of scrambler therapy in our back pocket to get her the rest of the way to go into remission. But thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Looking on Amazon now, I don't see that belt. Here, let me check for you. Let me check. Is it Age Tick maybe? Belt. Here it is right here. I'll show you. It is Agetech Defense belt. There you go. Type that in. AEGITEC Defense belt. Hopefully that pops up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, someone said that the Mac 9 was as good as the XC with the worst trigger. I'm like, duh, not even the same type of gun. Yeah, it's not even close. Did you stop by Shadow Systems? I did. The Axio looks interesting. The rifle looks interesting. Nothing really blew my skirt up. I want to shoot the Axio to see how good it actually is. Brett, I'm not trying to start a debate, but you are the best. I'm assuming best. You're the beat gun reviewer. Even over Honest Outlaw. I love Chris and his red beard. Yeah, Chris seems like a cool guy. I'm humbled by this statement. I don't think so. I don't think I'm the best gun reviewer, but I really am trying my best. I'm trying to improve with every video. So I'm glad you've been enjoying the content so much. That means a lot to me. Let's see here. Platypus needs a steel frame option. This is the number one thing holding them back. I completely agree. Cat is back, guys. Let's see here. I'm going to start wrapping this up here. Of course, everyone's hopping in. I love you guys so much. I'm just going to hit the important, well, not that some of you are unimportant, but I'm going to hit some higher level stuff and then I'm going to have to dip. Any changes with the Bull 2026 guns other than the trigger? Just the link stuff. And there's going to be a slight aesthetic change in serrations, but that's about it. Just so there's a little bit of an aesthetic change to show that it's a newer thing, but performance is going to be identical. Just very slight appearance change. Dirty has cool Island Barrel Glock clone. I have one. It's cool. I call it my poor man's hypercomp. All right. Now that I would like to check out. Brett, you should rub shoulders with agency arms. I heard their SHOT Show parties are super explosive in a good way. Yeah, I don't get invited to any parties. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that much of a social butterfly. But yeah, I didn't go to any parties. I walked around Circle Bar to see if there was anyone that I recognized, but not really. So I left. I don't drink anyways. So I was just there to see if anyone I knew was there. But yeah, I don't want to say I'm a loner, but I don't know. I just kind of mind my own business. I think that's how I would put it. Let's see here. What do you think of carrying a ported pistol? Be aware of the risks. That's what I think. I think it's okay if you're aware of the risks and you're prepared for them. Would you say PSA micro mags are reliable enough for carry? Yes, actually, yes. I do still recommend you vet your specific magazines for carry, but I have not run into a single micro dagger magazine, and I've now tested 12 None of them have had issues out of the box, and that includes with hollow point ammunition. So yes, from my experience, highly recommend it. Just got the belt. Awesome, dude. Enjoy. It's what I've been wearing for quite some time. I've been testing it and I haven't taken it off. From Alex Frank, love your channel. You keep it real. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Like I said, the support from all of you guys is humbling. You guys are the best. Hit that like button. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. What compact pistols in your experience are the most forgiving of Olympus? I can tell you what's least forgiving of Olympus, and it's kind of Glocks. Those seem to be the least forgiving from Olympisting. The rest seem to be kind of okay. From Flaming Waymo, appreciate you and your great channel. Thank you, with an American flag emoji. God bless America and God bless you, my friend. Thank you for the $10 super chat. The support, like I said, the support's overwhelming, guys. I'm hitting the channel so hard this year, and it's all because of you guys and your enthusiasm with the channel. So thanks, man. Everyone's getting that belt. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, let me what you guys either like DM me on Instagram or comment on a video what you think of the belt, because I've been testing it. I haven't done a review yet because I've really been testing it hard and I really like it. So you guys are kind of getting a preview before I even is there an email we can contact you at? DMing me on Instagram is the easiest thing. I get so many DMs. Sometimes I'll miss you guys if you end up in spam or something like that. Same thing can happen via email, but just nightwoodguns@gmail. Just one word, nightwoodguns@gmail. You'll be fine. Any chances you'll compete in Area 2 this year? You might meet some famous gun tubers that'll potentially compete. Probably not, man. I really just want to focus full on building the channel. When I feel happy with where the channel is at and I have free time, then absolutely I will. It's just a time thing, a time and an energy thing. Sending bounty of you guys love and hope for a speedy recovery for her. You always have been amazing here on YouTube and can't wait to see what the future holds. Thanks, John. I appreciate it, man. Glad you're able to make it to the live. Oh, wow. From Mitchell Perkins. Always appreciate the honesty you share. So glad to hear the wife has regained the ability to walk. Yeah, dude, it's a blessing. Thanks for the $50 super chat, man. That's really awesome. But more important than the $50 super chat, I really appreciate the kind words. Yeah, her walking was a really big moment. So, but thank you for the support of the channel. Thank you for, honestly, thank you guys for all the love for my wife. She's the best in the world. And she is such a fighter and went through so much last year. And I mean, she's a badass. She's an inspiration. There's a reason I picked her as my person. It's because she's an absolute badass. So yeah, big props to her. WTF, you guys, y'all bought out the belt in black. Oh no, what have I done? Yeah, the tan ones are good too. But anyways, Mitchell, really appreciate the super chat, man, and appreciate the kind words. All of you guys that did super chats, I appreciate you all. You're amazing. You don't need to do that, but it is appreciated. It will go into the channel. I'll put it to good use. And for everyone else, you guys are awesome. I always appreciate your support, even in, just sharing videos, liking videos, subscribing to the channel, sending videos to your friends, just every little thing you do to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. To my patrons who, every month are tossing a few bucks to the channel. Appreciate you too. You guys help out so much more than you know. You guys are all awesome. I'm so blessed to have this great community here. Like I said, it's not just my channel, it's your channel too. We're running this together. You guys are the blood cells of the channel. It would not exist without you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your feedback. And I appreciate you tagging along with my journey of trying to keep afloat an honest gun channel on YouTube. And yeah, thanks for not selling out. Don't go the SIG route for short-term gains. It takes forever to build a reputation. Only one instance to lose it forever. Yeah, I'm not interested. I'd quit the channel before I would do that. All right, guys, really sorry I couldn't get to everyone's comments tonight, but it's time for me to dip. Need you an Agetech affiliate link at this rate. You're getting them sold. Yeah. I might reach out. We'll see. I also don't really like doing that. I prefer to have a coupon code that saves you guys money versus me getting a kickback because it feels kind of icky. But at the same time, I guess at some point, if it's a product that you truly love and believe in, and you're recommending it and like helping sales, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Something I should probably be more open to. Love your content, my man. Blessings to you and your family. Much appreciated, man. Pro tip, go to their store. You'll find the black belt. There you go. Age Tech, go to their store. You'll find it. Blazer ammo with my Floyd's custom M&P port job. Definitely would shoot out pieces of metal. Appreciate you suffer with arm. But remember, MagTech Federal ammo is good with it. Yep, 100%. My arm took one for the team. The scars are almost gone. So, yeah. Scars remind us that the past is real, right? Have a good night from Oklahoma. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna wind it up here, guys. Really appreciate you hanging out with me for this live. Sorry if I didn't get to your comments. Did my best for not feeling well with the SHOT Show ick. And I'm gonna go rest my voice so that I can do that Fusion XP Pro Comp video. If you guys have any other questions about SHOT Show or anything like that, drop it in chat or in the comments here, or go over to one of my SHOT Show videos and comment. And I'll do my best to get back to you guys. I do the best I can to get back to as many of you as possible. I tear my heart open, sew myself shut. Someone got the reference. Good night, y'all. Best group here. Yeah, seriously. All of you guys are amazing. Grateful to have you guys in the community. And I'll see you in the next video and see you guys in the next live. I'll be doing more lives this year now that I'm feeling better. So great seeing you guys. Enjoy your upcoming weekend here in the next couple of days, and look forward to the Fusion XP Pro Comp video. Thanks, everyone. Nightwood Guns signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone. Good seeing you.